Yo, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let's see, let me turn this volume down. Alright, what's up, guys? What's up, team? Alright, guys. Hope everyone is doing well today. Let's see what we got this morning. Market is actually ripping up today, guys. Look at this. Let me find the right chart. There we go. There we go. Yeah, check out these stocks, guys. Look at this. MU ripping up, but more importantly, the SPY itself is squeezing up here. It gapped all the way up to 280s. Let's look up the catalyst behind this. I mean, we got some gappers today, team. Let me, What's up, team? What's up, Sky, Mark, Raul, Squirrel, Tim, Scott, Leo, Chase, Craig, Mike, what's up, team? Good morning, guys. Alright, so what we have today is the SPY. The SPY is gapping up from 277.76 all the way to 279.64. We'll see what happens here. We also have on the gappers list like ED&T, which is a cheap penny stock, gapping up from 167 to 465. A pretty big gap up here. Let's see if we can look up a catalyst behind this move real quick. How's the volume, guys? The volume good? Let me know if the sound works, the volume's good. I'm not going to be able to stick around for the whole stream as my wife doesn't feel good. I have to help my kids out for school. And so I have to, at like 8:45 my time, or at 8:15 my time, I have to go. And so Mitch is going to be up today for the most part. But yeah, let me see if I can look up some news. ED&T gapping up big here. Alright, so this is Edison. This is Edison Nation, and they said they have secured a $10 million purchase order for personal protective equipment in the first week since launch. Again, this is Edison Nation Incorporated, which is a multifaceted ecosystem that fosters innovation and drives IP, media, and consumer products. Again, they announced that they received a $10 million order for the purchase of personal protective equipment during its first week of launch for ED&T. So again, this one's gapping up from 167 to 460 from that $10 million order they received. We also have ATOS gapping up here from 153 to 280. Pretty big gap up for this one as well. These are just penny stocks, though. We're going to move on to what the overall market is doing. ATOS is up after they launched a COVID-19 hope drug development program that uses a novel combination of two drugs that have been previously approved by the FDA. So yeah, they are seeking to discover and develop, and this is all quoting now from BZ Newswires, they are seeking to discover and develop innovative medicines in areas of significant unmet medical needs, and today they announced a new drug development program called the COVID-19 Hope. This program uses the COVID uses a novel combination of two drugs that have been previously approved by the FDA for other diseases, and the goal of the COVID-19 HOPE program is to develop a therapy to improve lung function and reduce the amount of time that the COVID-19 patients are on ventilators, end quote. So yeah, they developed the COVID-19 HOPE program. Honestly, just a fluff piece here, I think. I think it's just a fluff piece. I think they're just looking for a reason to say COVID-19 in a press release. Like, that's all I think they're doing. I think they're just looking for a reason to say COVID-19, and then buyers are like, oh, they said they're working on the coronavirus. Let's buy this stock. That's all I think is going on here. This is what everybody's been doing lately, and I wouldn't be surprised, but who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. We got RCUS gapping up from 1550s to 2433, a huge percentage here. Market is pulling back a little bit. What's up, Sky? You're still in PACD. First morning here, I'm the definition of a small account. What's up, Mike? What's up, man? Hey, thanks, Mike. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. What's up, Riley? The routing fees aren't too bad. It just depends on the size you're using. If you take big size, they're pretty bad. Volume good music today, volume-wise. Looking forward to coming back and chilling with you guys once my subscription to the Trade Net Room expires. Hey, nice, Riley. Hey, well, welcome back, I guess. Yo. UABS? Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, I got you. Alright, we got a few people. I'm going to look up this one real quick, guys, and then we can look at UBS. So let me look up this one real quick. The catalyst behind this RCUS move, and then we'll look at UABS. I got you. Alright, so RCUS, this one is up because Galed reportedly eyed a stake in RCUS. So Jaled, I don't know if is it Galed? Correct me, because obviously I don't use razors that much. But is it Galed or is it Jaled? I think it's Jaled, right? With like a G, with a J pronunciation instead of a G. Is that right? Is it Jaled or is it Galed? Somebody correct me. I don't know. I have no idea. All right, but they're eyeing a stake in RCUS. Stock jumped 46%. So roughly 50% this morning from that news. We'll see what happens. I think it'll retrace some today, but who knows? I think it's overbought now, but we'll see. I'm purely speculating here. Now, the one you wanted me to look up was UAVS, right? Ooh, man, this one ramped up the last few days. It's just a penny stock, though, but we can take a look. Let me see. What's up, Chaz? What's up, MP? What's up, Gavin? Scary Boo? Michael? Gavin, is that you, Cuban? Is that you, my man MC over there? Is that you? Gavin, have you changed your name? You know? Because you got the Mark Cuban face, but now your name's Gavin, bro. What happened, dude? I thought you were the real Mark Cuban, man. If I find out you've been lying to all of us, man, that's going to hurt my feelings, dude. It's Gillette with a G. Alright, so we got two different answers. We got Chase that says it's Gillette. I think it's Gillette with the J. Not with the J, but with the J pronunciation. Correct. It's got to be Gillette. I thought it was Gillette. I thought Galed or Galette didn't sound right. That's what I thought. But thank you, chat. Y'all are on it this morning. I appreciate it. Okay, good. Alright, but yeah, so UAVS, it just got halted a bunch yesterday. It received follow-up commercial drone purchase orders from an e-commerce company. And this came out on the 15th, so yesterday. I'll go ahead and read this. This is from MT Newswires. It says, Edge Eagle Aerial Systems, which is UAVS, said Wednesday that it received a follow-up purchase orders from its commercial drone for its commercial drones from a major e-commerce company, and the drones will be used for testing and refining of the client's commercial drone, small package delivery, vehicles, systems, and operations that are currently ongoing development, the company said. But I mean, here's the problem with this release, right? There's no actual data. It's like, oh, we had a big purchase from an e-commerce company. It's like, yeah, but it's all subjective, you know? Major e-commerce company. I mean, that's good. Major subjective, but, you know, who knows, man? This thing is up, what, 60%? Let's see, it went from 30. This thing's up 300%, sorry. Roughly 300%. Crazy. Alright, we got Mitch in here. What? Oh, Thomas, bro. You should know better than this, man. We got some dude named Thomas Wilson that's just pushing his PayPal, and then he's pushing his 212 trading link. Sorry, bro. You didn't read the rules, man. I gotta be that guy, man. I gotta be the dictator of Discord, man. I hate doing it, but I gotta do it, you know? Because, like, if you're just posting your PayPal in my Discord, bro, I'm gonna have to ban you, you know? Yeah, you're right. Now that I think about it, it is Gillette, the best a man can get. Right? That's their tagline. It's Gillette, the best a man can get, is how it goes. Maybe Mitch knows. Let's bring Mitch in here. But yeah, UAVS, it's up 300%. It put in, apparently it had an order from a large e-commerce company, and that came out yesterday. Is that enough to cause it to go up 300%? I don't think so. But like you guys hear me, most of these stocks, especially stocks like under $2, they're usually terrible, terrible companies. Especially a 30-cent stock. It's usually the worst companies ever. You know, the worst public companies on the market are penny stocks and, you know, just terrible companies, you know. So I think it's probably getting pumped up. It's probably an extremely low float stock. Let's see what the float is. Does anybody know what the float is? It's gapping down, so it'll probably be on this list if we can see the float. But what's the float for you in AVS? Again, it's probably a terrible company here. We got Richie Mitch in here. Yeah, there he is. Hold on, I can barely hear you. Let me fix the volume.
Come on, John. I'm the best a man can get.
Yeah. Mitchy Rich, the best a man can get. You know. That's
What's
it.
What's up, man?
That's your tagline, bro. That's it right there.
The switchy switch.
Right. Mitch found his Nintendo Switch. He's the best a man can get. That's it right there.
Oh,
the whole
man,
thing.
I'm so happy getting the Breath of the Wild today.
The Breath of the Wild. What is that? Sounds like Zelda, is what I think. Oh, it is Zelda.
You got it.
Oh, dude, I got Zelda, man. Dude, the first website I ever created was when I was 10 or 11 years old. I might have been 12, I don't know, but I was a kid. And on my mom's house, on dial-up internet. And I created a Legend of Zelda walkthrough website on GeoCities. I don't know if anybody remembers the hosting company GeoCities, but I created a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. No, it was a Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask walkthrough website, and I created it, and then apparently, like, my parents got billed for it, you know, and they like yelled at me. I remember that, but that was the first website I ever made. Legend of Zelda. I haven't played them that much since, because, you know, now I got kids, and my kids just don't like them. But
lesson to the story: John's been hustling since like 5 years old.
12 actually, but accurate, you know. Accurate, you know. 12, but accurate, you know.
That's my boy. That's my boy.
That's right.
What's going on, guys? How we doing, everybody? Good morning, everybody in the chat. Say hello. It's always good to see new faces. If you're new to the chat, say hello, man.
How's Mitch's volume, guys? Let me know what it sounds like, if it works.
Yeah, how you guys hearing me? What's going on, guys?
We got
What's,
MMA with friends that says, "Do you have any long-term investments?" No, I'm not much of an investor, man. I'm mostly just a day trader. In day trading, it has a learning curve of a few years, and you're probably gonna lose anything you put in day trading within the first year or two at least. And so it's like people get involved to try to make money, but what they don't realize is that you're gonna lose money for at least a few years. It's more of a new skill that you're learning that takes a few years to really make any money from.
oh, definitely. Well, I at least got into one. I started my shopping list, guys.
Nice.
I'm in JetBlue.
Hey, I hope you kill it, man. I hope you make some money, bro.
Yeah, it's not too bad, man. I feel like I did pretty good yesterday. I mean, when you think about it overall, the daily low yesterday was 9.11 on this stock, and I was able to grab it at 9.25.
Yeah,
You can't really always predict the absolute bottom of anything. So I think that was a pretty good spot to get in, relatively, because the pre-market move yesterday was all the way up to 11. So I'm thinking I at least have probably about $5 profit margin here, at least reward. It could definitely get up there. I think $14, $15, and downside risk is only to like about $6. So we're seeing about $3 maximum downside risk, and I think at least $5 on the upside. I can get this up there to $15, and that would be a $6 upside, and that would be a 2-to-1 trade. So that's the way kind of I'm looking at it. Like always, guys, whenever you take investments or day trades, you always got to think about risk management. It's always about how much can I risk or how much am I going to make, and what are the probabilities like, and if I take these trades consistently, what probability am I giving myself to be in the green? So I always want to at least take a 2-to-1 look when I'm taking long-term investments, but really long-term investments should be even further out. I look for more like 5-to-1, 6-to-1. You want to get the biggest bang for your buck, and that's what I always think is the best thing. Look for value, look for risk to reward, look for something that you can hold for a longer amount of time. And then I also look for what I like to do is I find hot sectors and then find hot stocks in that sector. And then once you find the hot stocks, there's usually going to be some laggers in the sector. You got to look for those laggers to be kind of a step behind the leading stock. And then those are the ones that I kind of look for. I think the leading stock in the airlines is really Southwest, which is LUV. And if you look at LUV, this is the only one that's gone down only about 30%. And it's actually holding the lows really well. What I would really like to see is for this one to hold the bottom. If this one holds the weekly bottom, then I think the airlines could come back and really create a bottom here around, let's say 30, 31, and then LUV could swing back to 40s, which would bring the whole industry up, I think, in the long run. So we'll see. And this is one of them. And the reason I'm showing you Southwest is to confirm my idea of there's always a leader and then lagger. I think a leader is LUV. I think a lagger would be JetBlue. Another lagger could be Delta. Another lagger could be Spirit Airlines. The major ones, American Airlines, Southwest, and United Airlines. Those are the ones leading, I think.
Yeah, man. Sorry, I was trying not to laugh too much. I was reading, man. Our off-topic section of Discord's hilarious. It's turned into a meme. It's turned into like a meme paradise over here in our off-topic section. I was laughing at the me after day 206. Scroll up a little bit. That one's hilarious. It's got Flavor Flav on there. It's the GIF. Man, it's hilarious. All right.
Oh, it's getting real there.
It's hilarious there, man. The off-topic section of our Discord is hilarious, man. Like, the memes are great. I was trying not to laugh too much while you were talking, but I got some funny ones.
Hey, the way it should be, man. All right, guys. Hello, how we doing? All right, let's look at another stock I'm looking at potentially shorting into, guys. Wayfair, man. Look at this bounce. I found this stock today, and man, this thing bounced ridiculously. It's the symbol is W for you guys out there trying to look at the chart. this thing went down during the crisis, and it hit on March 19th, right before the bottom of the market, which was the 23rd. But March 19th, this thing went down to $23. And now it bounced in 3 weeks, in about 3 to 4 weeks, up there to $90. That's a move. That's a 200% move back up. So definitely going to keep an eye on this one. I think this one is fully extended up. Has a huge resistance there at 90. I think there's another resistance also here at the 83.80s. You could look for maybe 83.90s to hold today. I think this one eventually we'll see this one right back down towards the 50s. I've even looked for options to see if I could get a put option on this one. But to tell you the truth, put options and options themselves are too expensive right now. Why is this happening, guys? Because volatility. Whenever we have high volatility in the market, options get way expensive. So the VIX is really causing that expensive. So let's see what happens.
Morning from California, looking at ED&T and ATOS. Yeah, I saw some of these, man. The problem with some of these companies is that they're just kind of throwing out the word coronavirus or COVID-19 and just trying to fluff their stock up. Every company's doing it, I'm seeing.
I mean, I can't blame them.
Yeah, it happens.
Trying to make money.
Man, we got Ron White posting memes. Yeah, man.
All right, guys, retail sector still getting destroyed. I looked into the retail numbers. We saw, of course, increase in actual groceries and food. It actually increased 28%, which is the biggest increase in a long time. And then we also got a 28% decrease. And that 28 decrease came in not in clothing, but in kind of consumer goods like high electronics. And then we had a 50% decrease in retail like clothing. And that's why you see these stocks get hit. These are the ones that I told you they had no business being up at their resistance levels. And I think these are going to start heading down towards those 52-week lows because no one's buying clothes anytime soon. And if they are, they're not going to buy a whole bunch of it. So I think this is definitely the stocks. Find the ones that are weak. Find the ones that have expensive clothing. Those are the ones that are going to get hurt the most because why? Because the cheap clothing stores should be fine. Like I would say, don't short into Ross. Ross is one of the ones that I think is going to be strong out of this. Even if they find the bottom, I think they'll still get back up to their highs because it's a cheap discount clothing store. Those are where people will shop. People will still need clothes, but they won't need the high expensive clothes. I think the kind of days where we were focusing strictly on trying to get, higher branded stuff or better clothing, it's not that anymore. It's kind of customized clothing, and people rather wear customized clothing than buy the high brands. And now that they are not going to be that much consumer expenditure out there, that's where I think these are the ones that are going to do good. Ross should do good. Stocks like, let's say, Macy's. I expect Macy's to become a JC's Penney's and become a penny stock in the long run. I've been a bear in Macy's since it was here in the 18s, and I think this stock is going out of business. That's my personal opinion, but as you see them, they're getting definitely destroyed. JWN, Nordstrom, you can see those.
Interesting. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna go over I gotta leave here in 15 minutes. So before I do, I'm gonna go over the overall market news real quick, team. Like I said, my wife doesn't feel good, and my kids have school this morning, like conferences, and so I'm gonna have to be in charge of that. So Mitch is probably gonna hold it down today for the stream, and I'm just gonna have to leave here in about 18 minutes, 17 minutes. So we're going to go over the ETF preview. We're going to look at the SPY first here, the overall market itself, which is, again, is up in pre-market. We are nicely up from 277.76 to 279.26. So we're up really nicely here in the overall market. I'll go ahead and go over a few different catalysts behind this move today, and we'll see, exactly why the market's moving up. Let me put this up a little bit so you guys can see it a little bit better. There we go. All right. So, let me see here. We got... Alright, so this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, stock futures were logging modest gains ahead of the opening, tracking European bourses higher, even as Asian exchanges wobbled. Concerns over the COVID-19 pandemic continue to overshadow market sentiment as global economies grapple with lockdowns, and the COVID-19 pandemic has infected 639,664 people in the U.S. and has caused 30,985 related deaths, reported by Johns Hopkins University. On economic data releases, Thursday is the March numbers for housing that starts and new building permits out at 8:30 Eastern Time, with expectations for 1.35 million and 1.3 million respectively, according to Econoday estimates. Weekly jobless claims are also out at the same time, with estimates for 6 million compared with the prior week's 6.6 million. And finally, the April reading of the Philadelphia Fed Business Outlook Survey is expected to come in at -30 compared with the prior reading of -12.7. To look into commodities here, guys, we have the U.S. oil fund, which looks to be roughly break even, down a little bit since. It depends on when they publish this, but the U.S. oil fund is actually looking to be down today. Crude is up over 0.8%, not 8%, over 0.8%. The U.S. oil fund is flat, which makes sense. Natural gas is down 0.3%. The U.S. natural gas fund is up 0.3%. So we have like UGAZ for natural gas. You can see it is roughly flat as well. And then UGO, or no, what was it? What's the U.S. oil fund? USO. And then the U.S. natural gas fund is, where is it at? UNG. And we can see it is up slightly on the day, oh so slightly. Then we have gold that's up over 1%. We can look at GLD as the Spider Gold Trust. We can see it's up nicely this morning. And then we also see silver up over 2%. The iShares Silver Trust is up roughly 0.4%. So we can look at like SLV for silver and see that it is up slightly as well. So yeah, that's the market news today, guys. I can look at any other major catalyst here behind these moves. Pace of jobless new claims slows week over week, and Moody's economists say there is more to come. So yeah, I'll go ahead and read this last one as well. Again, this is all quoting. This one is quoting actually from BZ Newswires. It says, quote, the economic fallout from the coronavirus pandemic continues to mount, and the U.S. Department of Labor reported 11.976 million continuing jobless claims for the rest of the week of April 5th on Thursday, far exceeding the previous week's record of 7.45 million, but well below economists' consensus estimate of 13.5 million. And initial jobless claims slowed week over week from 6.6 million to 5.245 million, just above the economists' forecast for 5.105 million. And then this is them quoting here. It says, quote, all of the last decade in stock gains will be undone in 4 weeks, which is truly a stunning statistic, Deutsche Bank chief economist Torsten Slok told the New York Times. And then he also said, quote, it tells you the severity of the situation, end quote. And again, that is from Torsten Slok, the Deutsche Bank chief economist. And then it says that the distress isn't likely over yet as well. We've got a little bit more to go. We're probably 3/4 of the way there, said Mark Zandi, which is chief economist at Moody's Analytics, that he told CNBC about the weekly jobless claims. And stay-at-home orders have led to furloughs and layoffs, which have led to income reductions, which have hampered the American spending and thus our economy, if you can understand that. The Commerce Department reported Wednesday the largest month-over-month decline in retail sales in 30 years. And industrial production has in turn suffered its largest slide since 1946, according to the Fed Reserve. And that's all quoting again from BZ Newswires. And so yeah, I guess they're trying to say, I mean, the market's up today though, guys. And so I think we have to see some type of, optimism with the market being up today. We'll see what happens when those numbers come out. Again, those numbers for the weekless jobless report is supposed to come out. Let me see when. Again, I know I read it earlier. 8:30 Eastern, so that is an hour ago. So they should have come out already. Maybe this is a little bit late. Let me see. All right, so we do have an update. The Fed is going to extend cash to banks in exchange for SBA loans as collateral. The Fed announced a fully operational liquidity facility to support small business administration loans. And JP Morgan's Kalanovic weighed in on the market by saying that he expects the economy to open sooner and expects some limited moves within the week from now. So yeah, that's the news for the market. We'll see what we get today, guys. Really interesting market. Let me catch back up in the chat. Wait, you think I'm a scammer? Fallacy? Hey, I just want to bring everybody's attention. I don't know if you think I'm actually a scammer. But if you do, what am I scamming? You know? Shout out to my man, Fallacy, for thinking I'm a scammer. You know? Do you want to make $1 billion? Buy my trading course, guys. You know? It'll make you $7 billion in the market. It's just a $10,000 trading course. All sarcasm. Don't take me seriously. I'm not selling a course. You know. I don't even know that stock. That stock honestly has too many symbols for me to really like it. Young Pipeliner. My man. LTRBP. Yeah, I have no idea, man. This one. What? Look at the stock, man. What is this? Look at the stock. It goes from $368 all the way to $134 yesterday. And then it comes all the way back. It gets halted. And then it resumes literally like $100 lower. Like $97 lower. $96 lower. And then it pushes back. And then it runs up another 400% in pre-market. What is this? Okay, cool. I was going to say, man, I'm not scamming anything. I don't sell anything. You know. I was like, I don't sell anything, so it's like, how can I scam? Because, like, I don't sell anything. Like, everything's free, you know? But, yeah, so what is this stock, man? Now you've gotten my attention. Where's my Lambo at, son? Dude, I'm going to pull my Lambo out. I'm going to sell a course. I'm going to call it Buy the Dip. And it's just going to say one sentence. And it's just going to say, Buy the Dip. That's it. You know, 10,000. You know, great purchase. But yeah, LTRB, what is this thing, man? Honestly, this, just like in Django Unchained, first you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. Look at this thing. This thing went from $368 to $134 yesterday. What is this? If this ain't a pump and dump, I've never seen one, man. Look at this craziness. Liberty TripAdvisor Holdings. Not aware of reasons for the stock's volatility. Oh, you don't know why your stock went up? Hold on. I got to see exactly how much. Like, look at this. Okay, so let's get out a calculator here. And let's see how much this thing has run up, right? We do 134 divided by $3.68. This stock has run up, what is this, 3,641%? Over 3,600% in a day. And then they're like, we don't know why. Yeah, you do. Somebody's pumping this thing up. They're making millions off of this thing, man. Not a trader with the Lambo. Yeah, that's not me. Preferred shares, mate. That's why it's a 5 ticker symbol. I don't know what that is. Honestly, I don't trade those. That's what I said. It has 5 tickers, and so I don't have no idea what it is, man. But honestly, they had to put a press release out yesterday that said they don't know why it's volatile. They don't know why it's crazy, but it is. It's just crazy, you know. But hey, you know, let them do them. I'm not mad at them for it. You know, I'd say a bunch of people are probably making money with this thing. This thing must have gotten halted. This thing must have gotten halted. What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It looks like every candle it got halted. So 12 times, 13 times. Yeah, what's the quote, Michael? I forgot it, man. I ruined the moment, dude. It could have been a better moment to say that quote. It could have been like, first you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. I think that's the quote from Django. But I messed it up, man. I failed. But yeah, craziness, man, craziness. I'll go ahead and go over this, but I don't, honestly, to be honest, Cool has said it's preferred shares, and that's why it's a 5 ticker symbol. That's plausible. Honestly, it's not my style, man. I don't know anything about these, to be quite honest. So I'm just kind of, speculating here from stuff I don't understand, because I don't understand why this happened. I've seen this happen before. If anybody's been trading penny stocks long enough, shout out to the stock Drys, DRYS, because I watched that happen for like my first stock trading experience, DRYS. We also had like LFIN, which is now a 46-cent stock. But yeah, we got some other cool news like RCUS. I watched some of these. Market is running up today though. All right, team. But yeah.
Do you see Rad?
Rite Aid? Let's see. He's doing well? No,
look at that.
Not.
No, it's not.
Crashing down, man. Crashing down.
No, it looks scary.
Yeah. I gotta look up the news, man. Alright, so it posted wider than expected losses for the fourth quarter.
Ugh. That's not. There's something else.
Yeah. Well, that's
something deeper.
Well, that's the fourth quarter, and so like that was before all this nonsense,
Yeah, I think what happened in Rad was there was this huge hype when it got speculation, backing. I think it was I forgot what major company. Was it Amazon or which one was it that supported this one? It was one of the big stocks that gave it some support, gave it some life, but really, as we could see from that earnings report, there's no life in this stock.
Yeah, man. It's Rite Aid, though. Like, it's Rite Aid. Like, I went to Rite Aid and Eckerd's growing up. After that, Walgreens just took over the space, man. Walgreens just took over the space. I used to go to Walgreens I used to go to Eckerd's and Rite Aid and, like, all the OG corner store and pharmacies, but Walgreens and CVS just took over the world, man. And now Rite Aid is fading into oblivion because of it.
Yeah, oblivion for sure.
Yeah.
That's for sure. All right, let's look at some shorts possibility, guys. I'm gonna be pulling these. These are just trade ideas from other traders. So we can't really give out the source, but just Las Vegas Sands. People are looking at this one. This is a gaming stock. People are looking for this one to pull back. Just want to put some shorts out there. And the good thing is with TradeNet, you get to short, I know a lot of you guys get stuck on other ones, but Expedia. People are trying to short Expedia, man. EXPE. This one's sitting there at 60, has a resistance above it, 66. People think this one can get right back down towards the low. Another one that...
Nobody's traveling,
Yeah. People look at this one also. Hilton. I've been looking at this one to come back to 50. Booking. Booking is BNK, I believe. Booking is BKNG. And NG, there you go. This one is a super expensive stock that I think it's going to get super cheap. This thing went from 2,100 all the way down towards 1,100. So lost 50% of its value. Huge resistance at 1,500, but this stock, they're definitely trying to short it because of the travel. Another one, let's look at let me try to get the most recent ones. You don't want to see anything that's older, but Rider System. Some people got shorts in this one. This is a rental. They rent like trucks and stuff like that, and SUVs, semi trucks. So this one's getting shorted also. Let's see what else. Oh, Burlington, BURL, Burlington Stores. Oh, this one's actually up. This one's actually significantly bounced back. It went down to about almost $100, bounced back to 180s, 187, almost 190s. This one's gonna be interesting. I think this one could get back down to 150s. So just putting out some ideas. On the bull side, let's look at the bull side, guys. I've been really bullish on Peloton. And you guys can see this daily chart. Look at this daily chart take off from when we talked about it. We talked about it here in April 2nd. We were talking about Peloton starting to get hot because of people working out at home. And man, did this get hot. Now it's gone from that move in 27 all the way up there past 35 yesterday, almost to the 52-week high. It's actually not even the 52-week high. It already passed that. But in December, it got up to 37. I think that's definitely in play. This one could get above 37. I think you could see this one in the 40s before the earnings come out, and then the earnings will bring it back down a little bit, bring it back to earth. But the story's hot, and I think this one can keep going. Another one that the story's hot in is Chewy. Look at this one. Another one that got hot. Why? Because of COVID times. People kept ordering, and man, this one's taking off also. Another one you could look at on the bull side, Teladoc.
Oh, TDOC.
Yeah.
TDOC's Teladoc, I think.
There you go. Yep. And then that's another bull run. You could look at the Zoom bull run. I think this one's dying out. If you guys want to look at one that might be dying out, I think the Zoom bull run is going to reach its top here at 160. I'm really not seeing it past that 160, just because the valuations are going to get way too high on this stock. And if the earnings come out, don't put it up here. This is strictly a hot story because everyone's using the product.
Right. What's up, James? What's up, Sean? What's up, deal with it? Guys, I gotta head out though. Like I said, my kids, I gotta help my wife this morning, and so I'm probably not gonna be able to be on stream much. My daughter and son have like conferences that I have to go watch and set up for them. So I gotta head out, guys. So good luck in the market today. Mitch is gonna hold it down. Let me fix this so where you can see most of it, and then I can switch it over easy. I'll run over here and switch the scanners at the bell, but I'm not gonna be able to hang out or trade or anything. Let me try to fix this real quick. Sorry guys, let me fix it one more second. Alright. There we go. Alright guys, later team. I'll see you guys.
Hey guys, 2 seconds, just pulling up the camera. Want to let you guys see me today.
Yeah, guys, so I'll wait here until Mitch gets his camera up. There we go. So that way you'll be able to see Mitchy Mitch, the man with the switch. Right. Richie Mitch, Mitchy Mitch Rich. There he is.
Ring light on.
There he is. The man. I can put myself down. Look.
All right. Ooh, look at that beard. Look at that beard, boy.
Shining over there.
All right, all right.
All right, bro. Later, man.
There you go. Boom. What's going on, team? How we doing? What's up, fam? The beard is real. All right, guys, let's go ahead and start going over through here. I want to go through really quickly for you guys the sectors, the different sectors that we have here. You guys will get a little camera view on the top. Whoop whoop. There you go, guys. All right, so the basic materials is down the most. If we look at this, guys, we're seeing the gap down in basic materials. We're going to continue watching this one. This is really the gold. You can look at gold to see if gold's down today and see if basic materials brings it down. Another one we could take a look at here is going to be, let's look at the financial sector. Financial sector definitely drifting down here, guys. You're seeing it starting to cut down and starting to break down there. All right, another thing that's down, guys, you got real estate. Real estate starting to come back down here. That one definitely, you can see it here on the daily, starting to turn around. What's going on, guys? It's good to see you guys. Definitely hit the like, hit the subscribe below. It definitely supports us. And if we want to go ahead and continue supporting the channel, hit the subscribe. We're absolutely free, and we'll continue doing this for you. No worries, Gavin. You can look me up. I see you. The problem with the this is just the problem with the share screen and Zoom. It's hard to put it side by side. Orders cannot be executed during pre-market with TradeNet, but pre-market trading is definitely difficult. You have less liquidity and could cause you a world of pain. I've traded pre-market, but I've always been really careful when I have traded pre-market. This is the one I'm really paying attention to, guys. Technology is really bounced back, guys. We're wondering if this is going to be a top here. Are we going to find a top in the technology sector and start bringing everything back down? I think this is really the sector to really bring things down if we're going to come back. So I'll be watching for this one. They'll be coming back down. Some of the ones that are extended are AMD. AMD just doesn't want to give away. If you look at it here on an hourly chart, you know, we've pretty much just gone straight up. You know, this hasn't looked back since pretty much the 6th. So I'll keep watching to see if we're going to break down through this line here at 55s and get down, or if we're going to go up to the resistance today of 60. You know, we could get all the way up there to 60. So we'll definitely keep an eye on this one. Definitely extended. That's AMD. Appreciate the love, Chris. Yeah, guys, I just put up a video just to kind of help you guys out. I mean, if John's not going to be here, I wanted to put a face. It's a little bit smaller than everything, but hey, at least I'm here for you guys, and you guys are able to see me. And let's get this trading going. Have y'all been looking at Tesla? Let's take a look. All right, we got about 10 minutes for the bell here. We'll take a look at Tesla. Tesla's actually bouncing back, man. It's ridiculous that I missed that bottom, guys. I wanted 350s, and this thing went into the 350s on that one day in March. But in March, I was worried about so many stocks that I stopped looking at Tesla. The number I really wanted was anything that broke 400. That day, it was going to look good. And man, this one's looked back, and whew, it's gone all the way back up there, 100% up there now to 700s. I think eventually you'll see Tesla pass 1,000. The question is, will it pull back from these levels of 700? I think you might get a pullback somewhere in this area. I'm thinking somewhere 600. 600 is starting to look good to me. Even if it went down to 500, now Tesla would look good to me because you could risk down towards the low of 350s. It's really interesting on the long run. I think this is one of those stocks that you have to get such a small amount in to keep your risk very low. But once you get it and you get a good pricing, you're able to add as it keeps breaking resistances and keep coming on the way up, back up to that 900. Am I in the bunker? You already know, Jay. How do you like my bunker? It's a little dark in here, but hey, enjoying the bunker life. Yeah, John's taking care of his family today. He'll be he has school stuff that he has to work with his kids. That's the bad part of not having school to take care of your kids. You know how that goes. Let me know if you guys can hear me all right. Everybody can hear me good in the chat. I just want to make sure before we get to the open that everyone can hear us. Let's take another look into the space sector. This is one sector that definitely has been bouncing back and bouncing back hot, guys. If we look at it on an hourly chart, we've moved up from these levels, and now we're stuck in consolidation here in the 20s. I think you have a low over here of 1785. A high here of that 20, 21, you could call it, and then what you see is this push up here, a pullback, a push up, a pullback, a push up, and then we created another support here at this 1961, 1950 area. So that's really the area I would want to see hold for the bullish side. If it breaks 1950 on the downside, I'll look at this one to pull back. If you actually look on the hourly, we're really extended, and we're actually pushing up on the daily chart a little bit higher than I think we're really going to get to. What sectors we looking at today? I like that question. This is what I really like to pay attention to. Is the sectors. For me, the sectors that are down the most are going to be the basic materials and financial services. That's this chart right here. And then you have this chart right here. So you could look at, let's say, companies like JPM. JPM really got hit yesterday hard. It went from 100 all the way down to 90. This one could be down to 85s today. Another one that got hit hard yesterday was Goldman Sachs. One that I really don't like in this industry is WFM, and that's Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo's symbol is, I'm pretty sure it's it's WFC. There you go. Boom. This is the one that I think is going to really start heading down towards that 52-week low. I think you could see this one head down towards this $26, just because I don't think anyone really likes Wells Fargo after they did that scam that they did, and I don't think they've gotten back their customers. And with this kind of environment that you're going to go to the bank that you trust the most, I think Wells Fargo is really going to struggle in these times and could be even in worries of coming down here. I think this is one to watch today to see if it cracks. You could even get a pushed up, maybe like kind of one of these fake pushes. I've seen this happen a lot, guys, where I get a stock that I think is going to break down a support. What happens is it pushes up here towards the resistance, like let's say 2885s right out the gates, and then as soon as it gets towards that resistance, it just flips on over. It does this kind of look. So where when it starts, it goes up to the resistance and then it comes back down. I see those happen often, especially when you get these kind of moves where you're getting a down move, an up move, a down move, an up move, a down move. You get that consolidation. What ends up happening is the rule of three comes in. You get so much resistance built up here. The shorters start banging in here, and then they smack it right back down, guys. All right, guys, that's it for that stock. If you guys want me to take a look at any chart, definitely let me know, guys. Yeah, Chris, it's one of the things I definitely have seen. All right, guys, how we doing out there? Any charts you guys want me to check out before the open? Now would be the time. I can go ahead and take a look. All right, guys, we have over 200 people here. If you guys want to go ahead and hit the like for me, get this up to 100. Let's see what we can do. I'll be trying to take some bigger trades today, since it's only myself in here. Probably take some opening trades with smaller sizing, and then eventually take some reversals with the bigger sizing. Might swing my account a little bit more today since you guys are here. So definitely hit the like button. Let's do it. Long-term investments, long-term, the only thing I have and I can at least say is I have the only long-term stock right now is JetBlue. I bought it at $9.25. I think this one can go a little bit lower. I would buy it up again at $7.50s or $6. We'll see if it gets back down there. If not, I do like where I'm in now, somewhere near 9, and I think this one could get up there to 15. Opinions on the SPY? I like it, Tim. Let's go ahead and take a look at the SPY. All right, so the SPY, what I like to do is every day delete the drawings. Delete the drawings and start all over on a fresh sheet. All right, why do I like the fresh sheet? Because I want to see the weeklies, I want to see the dailies, and I don't want to be biased with my old numbers here. So right there, I can clearly see, boom, we've created a high there, 285.54. That's going to be our high, and it's going to be our bullish run. If we get above that 285, I think we'll get a bull run towards 300. That's going to be really vital. Yesterday, we did get kind of this more harmy looking candle on the weekly, so let's watch for that. Let's see if that's going to hold there. Another thing that's important is let's look at the daily. Let's get a little bit closer and get into the daily level highs. I think we're going to start, what we need to start doing is looking to see if these closes from the highs hold, which was be 281.08 today. So look for that 281.08 to hold today. If we see we get a little bit closer, what do? We get this kind of downward trend line that could touch today, maybe a little push up there to 281s, and then we could see a pullback. I could see eventually the support being around this 270s, 269 area. So that's where I think we're heading towards in the long run. But for right now, we're going to be fighting this resistance up here in the 280s. Woo, let's get it going. Let's do it. You guys see me with the Heat hat on? Miami Heat, baby. The Miami Heat. All right, guys. We got a first. I can tell you right now, the cruise line's getting hit immediately there. Cruise line's getting hit. Let's go ahead and trade, guys. Let's do this. All right, one of the ones I like for today. Let's go into the top stocks here. One of the things that I like doing is looking at my market watch list, and I actually use this from TEFS, which is our platform. Looking right now to see a high percentage move from the open. That's all I really want to care for. I think this one could pull back today, EMPH. Let's see what we get here, guys. If you guys see any move, go ahead and let me know. Good morning, Han Solo. Good morning, everybody. Let's go ahead and trade. Stick to your patterns. Stick to your strategy. Remember, by the time the open comes, it's not time to hesitate. It's time to do it. It's time to do the action. It's time to go ahead and master the moves. All right, guys, I can tell you right now, I'm looking at the overall sectors to see what's going to move and what's moving up here. Technology leading us, of course, and then healthcare right behind it. The ones that are down are the financial sectors and energy. AMD moving down there right out the open. We might look for a fade here. Looks like we've already gotten that first fade there. Let's see if we get another fade here. All right, guys, big time support underneath this here at 69s and 70s on AMD. I'm seeing it pull back a significant amount. Remember, we're looking for technology to lead the downward move. We could get a pressure up here. So what we're going to do is we might take a fade here, but it would be a look for small amounts of shares. Seeing that push back to 656. It's actually looking really strong there. There's no need to go after this 20 cents right now, as it's looking really significantly strong there. Seeing that push in AMD for real. Pushing the SPY also, guys. Pushing the SPY. Technology sector still leading us, guys. All right. Gonna look at Space. Space is a strong stock right now with a strong hourly chart. Looking to see the volume that's coming in Space right now. Might take a short, but it's looking strong right now. So I wanted to reject off the 45. Look at that. Space looking strong here. Looking like it's trying to break out there. All right, with Space looking strong here, we're going to look for Max R to get kind of a little rise here, little push. All right, guys, we're looking for a pullback to 1105s here so that we can add a Max R and try to take a VWAP bounce play. Right now, the risk would be off the 88s. There's a huge amount of consolidation in this area here. So we might even get in at 1110s, 1105s. SPY flipping there, SPY flipping down. Keep a close eye on AMD. So I've seen that flip down there. All right, guys, how we doing? How we doing, everybody? If you guys are new to the chat, definitely say hello. How we doing, guys? MU. Look at this guy, John, trading at home up to 292. This guy killing it. Is our feed delay, Joe? Yes, very slightly, because we have these trade ideas scanners that are up and alerts. And the only way they'll allow us to put this live to you guys, it would be for you guys to pay the package. So they allow us to put it up free for you guys, but we have to delay it slightly. And that's normal, guys. You're going to see that constantly. All right, AMD just broke down there, so we might look for a move down here. An AMD. I might even scalp a little bit today, guys. If I do scalp, every time would be with 100 shares. All right, guys, we're going to look for a third high to be created here in AMD. Third high would be above here by 56, and that's where we could get short. We could get short off this high right here. It's 56.20s or 56.10s. I'm thinking we're going to have to hold up here to the 56.20s. We'll get a bounce somewhere up here to 56.05s, 56.10s, and then it should fade away there. So let's see what we get here on this bounce. There's that bounce, guys. Trying to see another high created here above 56. And then I'll take a short 100 shares, try to knock it down. Trying to focus in here, guys. JWN breaking down there big. RCL breaking down there big. We'll look for a fade in that one. RCL and CCL breaking down big. Space flip there big too. So I'll keep an eye on space. It's going to bounce up now to the VWAP. So we can keep an eye on that one. 231s, 240s would be the risk in that one. So looking at space to short and also AMD to short.
All right, guys.
Let's see
go ahead.
AMD holds here.
I might be able to come back. My kids are basically done, and so I might be able to show back up. I've been trading from my laptop while they're doing their little conferences, and I made a little bit on MU. I made a pretty nice gain on MU, but I might be able to come back.
Be careful with the tech sec. They just pushed up and just tried to squeeze some people out before I think it's gonna drop.
Yeah, I caught the fade.
Be careful with it.
I caught the fade on MU.
Nice.
From my laptop. But here, let me get myself up here. I might be off and on, but I might be able to kind of hop on a little bit.
Thinking about shorting space at the VWAP, but it's a little tight. Big range on this one. W crossing down there. Wayfair is one that I really want to short today, guys. Look at that one cracking down there, guys. I like that crack. It just cracked about $3, guys. $3 it cracked Wayfair. I'll look for that one to come back to VWAP.
Somebody asked what broker is good for stocks. It depends on what you're trying to do with stocks, man. Just saying what broker is good for stocks is, it's going to vary widely, you know. All right, but I am back. I should be back. What's up, guys? All right, let's see what we got here. Up a nice little 300. I was trading from my laptop, but I might have to get Thinkorswim back up. Oh no, it's letting me use it. All right, cool.
Man, it wasn't a bad idea with my Wayfair. That's already a $4 move.
Yeah, dude.
Gates down.
I caught a MU right when it broke that previous closing price. I shorted into it.
Yeah, there was some big down move right out the gate. Good trade, John.
Thanks, man. I thought we might get a drop this morning. That's why I put on the thumbnail that I made last night. I put on the thumbnail short, and because I thought we might get at least a drop, but I shorted MU for sure. Here, you guys can see it if you want. Not a bad little trade so far. We'll see what else we get. I'll put Mitch up unless I get anything else since he's got the camera today.
Alright, guys, might take a short here in space. It's looking good. Just reject those 30s. Got a bad fill there. Thought I got 2019s on the bid. I got filled down there towards 2011s. Just got to hold towards the 31 right now. Anything above 31 will get me out. Got a bad fill there. So see if this can crack 20s.
What broker is good for options? Tasty Trade.
Guys, since I didn't like that entry, I just pulled it out there. I'm looking for re-entry here.
But yeah, Tasty Trade, Weeble. What do you think, Mitch, for options?
Options? Wait.
Yeah.
Too expensive right now.
But what broker, though, you think?
I would say Weeble, Robinhood, but Robinhood stuttered way too much in the last couple months. It's like broken down, I would say. So Weeble, I haven't heard kind of freeze or anybody get stuck in their positions. So I would stick with Weeble right now. And you also would like Webull because of the contracts. Their contracts are actually cheaper than everybody else.
Right.
All right. Just rejected 30s, guys.
Yeah, I might have a link for Webull. Let me see if I can find it.
All right. Starter put on there at 2020s, guys. 2020s. Anything above 31 will get me out. I'm out there. I'm not going to fight the 34. I can get back in it. We'd rather stay small for right now.
I thought I had a Webull link. I gotta find it if I'm gonna post it. If anybody does want to check out Webull, we use TradeNet and TEFs for options or for regular stocks, but for options, I think Webull's a good option. No pun intended. Yeah, they have free commissions for options trades too on Webull, I'm pretty sure.
And this is what I was a little concerned about in space. Was it coming up here to the 40s first? All right, risking off of 40s here. Stop place at 44, guys.
Yeah, here's the Webull link, guys. I do have one. So yeah, you want to help support us and check out Webull. We do have a link for them where you can sign up through them.
Stopped out there, guys. Really quickly. Give myself an opportunity for it to come back down about 50 cents.
The good faith rule is Leo. Do you mean the PDT rule? Alright, so MU breaking back under that previous closing price. We'll see what we got. Alright, let me... if I take a swing, I'm going to put myself up just in case. I'd probably take an MU trade off of this previous closing price, anticipating that it actually holds here. And so I'll put myself up. I don't mind shorting into this with a few hundred shares here. Alright, so I'm in with 200 shares of MU here. Anticipate, I'm just going to use this $0.50 area up here at around 55 as my risk and try to take a quick profit on the downside if we get a rejection at this previous closing price. But we do need the rejection there, and I can hold it pretty tight regardless. It's not going to be, I'm already up 300 on the day roughly. And so I think I'll be okay no matter what. But ideally, I'd like to see it drop down to this 46.33 level if we can get it. I've got my Louisiana mug today, team. There we go, it's 40s. Alright, I'm going to take half off there. I'm going to hold the last little 100 shares. Like I said, ideally down to this 32 level, which we're actually at right now. I'm going to take the rest off there. So not bad. Quick little scalp off of the previous closing price for MU. I'm up 312 on the day. Pretty early too. We'll see what we get today. No, it was before that, Chris. The PDT rule, they say it's to respect, or they say it's to protect small accounts. It's actually the worst thing for a small. It's actually the worst thing for a new trader, though. And the reason it's the worst thing is because a new trader is usually going to lose whatever first account they have. And so if you make a new trader save up 25 grand and trade that for their first account, you're basically ensuring that they're going to lose $25,000 in their first experience day trading. And that's going to be soul crushing, man. That's going to be especially devastating. And so it's a dumb rule. It's much better if, in my opinion, it's all subjective, but in my opinion, it's better for a new trader to trade a small account first, learn, understand you're probably going to lose it, because you're probably going to lose your first few day trading accounts. Most new traders just lose. And if you end up saving up 25 grand and trying to day trade, $25,000 for your first account, you're just gonna lose that, and it's gonna be way more to lose, and it's way worse in my opinion. And so they say it's to protect the new trader. It's actually way worse for them in my opinion, but again, it's all subjective. Did I ditch? No, man. They're basically done. I got them set up. I fed my son breakfast, and I got them set up, but they're basically finished already. Yeah, man. Lewis said PDT rule came in around the year 2000, and that in the 90s we were in and out all day with no settlement days, instant access to your money. And that's how it really should be, honestly. There shouldn't be any T3 rule. There shouldn't be any, or I guess now it's the T2 rule. There shouldn't be any T2 rule. There shouldn't be any PDT rule. They should let traders trade, because, like I said, if they let traders trade, a trader could save up 5 grand and then day trade that. And if they lose it, it's not the end of the world. But that's what they should learn off of, is a small account, something small, because again, if you make a new trader save up, $25,000, you're basically ensuring they're going to lose that, because a new trader has zero risk management. And so if you force them to trade a huge account like that, you're basically making them lose that much money, which is just ridiculous. It's counterproductive to the overarching, theme of the rule, which is to protect new traders, and it's just unnecessary. Hey, thanks, AY. You've been killing it, man. Congrats. Thanks, bro. Yeah, man, it's been a really profitable few months, man. Very profitable. All right, we're getting a big rejection here. I thought we might. Even when I made that thumbnail, I thought we might, but... that's me, Kenny. Yeah, this is my screen right here. And like I said, I think I just got lucky. I shorted into this huge drop, which I got very lucky on. I don't think it would have been I took like 500 shares. I don't think I would have been this lucky, but it just dropped, $2 within the first 5 minutes. And so I got very lucky with that. But, I think I maybe took too much risk, but I think with the amount I'm growing my account, I think it's fine. Yeah, but with a cash account, you have to wait for the T2 rule, so you have to wait 2 days in between trades for your funds from that trade to settle back into your account, and so it basically restricts you the same way. I mean, if you have like a $5,000 or $6,000 account, you could probably get by depending on the price of the stocks you're trading. Here's MU, low of the day break. I might short into this as well. SPY's breaking lows. Alright, so I was planning on shorting into this on MU, but I just didn't. Everybody is, Matthew. Yeah. When you first got started, what was your average share size? When I first got started, I probably took 1,000 shares and lost thousands of dollars within the first few weeks. If you mean like once I actually learned, I probably took like 50 shares, 50 shares when I first got started, which is what I really recommend for a new trader. I might short into this move on MU. Yeah, I'm gonna short here again. But yeah, I took very small size when I first got started, and I think that's the thing new traders need to do. I think a lot of the time new traders take way too big size relative to what they actually need to do, and it just ends up hurting them because, you know, they see all these gurus and all these people take huge sizing, right? And so they want to emulate that, and so they just take huge sizing as a new trader, and they end up losing tons of money.
Short space, guys.
But yeah, they end up just losing tons of money from that, and it ends up hurting them in the long run. I'm going to take half off of my MU trade here. I'll put Mitch up. Yeah, they basically end up losing way more than they really need to as a new trader. And it's if you're a new trader and you need some advice, my suggestion is just to trade small. I'm going to take the rest off there on MU. Made a nice little gain up 327 on the day now. S&P 500 breaking out of that previous close. Might have got out a little early here on MU though.
Alright guys, I'm hoping that was the final crack there, so I'm just holding off to my risk right now. Letting it try to get down towards the 20, which would be my first profit take.
Hey, it should be 10, man. That's what it needs to be, bro. Good trade, man. Looks good.
Alright, we'll take half of it off at 20.05, guys. Order out to cover at 20.05. As it comes down through this, I want to cover some.
What if you have a small account then, like 500? What do you mean? What about it? Yeah, it looks like I should have held a little bit of MU. It's breaking down really big here. SPY got rejected at that previous closing price. Looks weak.
Alright, we should see that crack now. It's holding a little bit. There is a little bit of pressure.
My biggest problem is finding stocks through the day. Any video recommendations? I'll have to look to see.
Alright guys, just took a little bit off there. Now you gotta let the rest of it work here. That's a big breakdown for us.
Yeah, hey, looking good, bro. I turn the other way. First, I look at it, Mitch is up like 19 bucks. I look the other way for a second, read the chat. I look back, Mitch is up 130. You know?
Yeah, I took most of it off, guys. To be smart, instead of like reacting there and being greedy, I'm gonna react there and be smart and just take most of it off. 3/4 of the trade is now done. I have $86. Set a stop at break even. Boom, boom. at 30s, maybe even 34, which is the resistance, because you could get a push up and stop you out. So I don't mind losing 4 cents from here, which would be $4. Okay, so I'm setting a stop at 20.34, and now I can go look elsewhere for other trades. And so I'm going to put it on the left window for you guys, and I'm going to start looking for another trade.
Good work, man. Nice job, bro. Yeah, Han, I'm honestly mad it's not Habib versus Ferguson, man. Like, if they're delaying it, they might as well bring the old fight back instead of Gaethje versus Ferguson. I just don't want... Go ahead.
I think the important thing in this trade, guys, was that I got stopped out twice, but kept my losses very minimal. I lost on the first one $12, and on the second one I lost about $20, and then that kept me in the game. If you always keep yourself in the risk management game, you give yourself the probability to come back. Always at least give yourself the probability. So don't change your risk and reward in between there, because that can really put a hurting on you.
Yep. Anybody seriously considering Liberty TripAdvisor? What's the symbol for that one again, man? That one's the craziest stock I've seen in a long time.
Look at this one, John. I kind of missed it because I was taking the other trade on space, but look at W. Did nice. Kind of that VWAP fake out fade look.
Yeah.
Multiple dollar look too. Did AMD finally break down yet?
Not yet. I'm looking at AMD actually for that kind of that low VWAP breakdown under 56. If you look at that low right underneath the VWAP, that last low at 56.03, I'm waiting for that to break and then seeing if we get a flush underneath the whole dollar.
For the VIX, man. I should have led you guys to the VIX. That's my problem. I should have led the team to the VIX when I saw the market down like the way it was. If you look at the VIX, huge VWAP bounce.
Yeah,
Whenever
sure.
I get a big move in the SPY, I look for VWAP bounces on the VIX. I've seen those work.
Well, the SPY had a beautiful fade. You know, a beautiful fade at 279.
It explains it. It explains it. You know, flip side of it.
Right, exactly. So it's just the opposite of that, you know.
Completely.
All right, here goes AMD. It's down to 56.15. I'm really considering it here. And so just to show you, like, this is what I'm considering with AMD. Actually, like, the class I went over this past week was the same exact strategy here. So, like, I'm looking at this break, seeing if we get a break at this level right here, and I'm trying to short into this move. So, like, right here. This break right here. If we get a breakdown underneath that, I'm going to short into it with a few hundred shares and try to ride this down if we get a break. We might not. It kind of looks like a rebound bounce. But, like, that's what I'm looking at right now.
It really looks like the space sector got hit hard. There was 100,000 shares. They cracked Max R. That one's interesting to watch to see if it's going to continue cracking.
It's LTPRA or LTRPA. This is the craziest stock ever. Oh no, this is different. Okay. The other one is just preferred shares. So yeah, this one.
Hey, remember my call out this morning, guys? Wells Fargo. the bank there no one likes. I don't know why anyone would be in that bank. Man, that thing's getting destroyed right now. I'm looking for a VWAP fade on that one.
Yeah, we'll see.
Look at WFC down there, almost $1 already. It's 5% down, pretty much, on the day. Let's look at the other banks.
All right,
Bank
so
of America down big.
Here's AMD, guys. I'm probably about to jump in this one, like I said. So right down at 56.03, we're at 56.05. We get down another 2 cents. I'm going to jump in this one short. All right, there's the break. I'm in with 300 shares. Gonna give it some time.
Boom.
Nice. I'm gonna take half off there. Gonna hold the last little 100 shares. That's the break I talked about, and this happens over and over and over again, man. It's super common in this market. Super common. So where it forms a really obvious low underneath the VWAP, and then it just breaks down under it quick. I think I was a little slow to take profits, unfortunately. But there's 91s, 90s, 89s, 87s, 86s. I'm going to get out the rest there. So 350 day so far. But yeah, that's the same strategy I talked about. Really quick trade. again, when we get that breakdown under this little low underneath the VWAP, this strategy happens a ton, man, a ton. This is one of those momentum strategies that is not that common. From what I understand, I don't know if anybody else has traded this. They probably have, because all strategies have been traded, but there it is right there. So 5603 break, really nice break, right under that low. I'll take that. Nice, Jonathan. Hey, I hope somebody did, bro. Like I said, I called that one out, man. It worked really well, that 5603 level. Just a really profitable breakdown. And again, I explained it kind of in the class I put out this past weekend, but like, the reason it works is because it's like when you get this much weakness, like you get a stock that's trending above the VWAP even, and then you just get a quick break, like a quick reversal underneath the VWAP, and then it breaks that low, then it's starting to trend down. Everybody, all longs are getting out of that thing. Shorts are jumping in like me, and you know, you're able to just nail this one. Look at that breakdown after that level. So called it out. Hope somebody took it. Worked really well. I kind of wish I would have held a little bit more, but I'll take my little win. You know, we're just grinding it up today. You can see.
All right, guys. Now I'm really trying to work this space position here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set a stop at 20.05, which is our 5-minute high. We don't want to pass that, but we want it to continue down towards this 1950.
Chris says, sorry if this is a dumb question, but do the same principles apply when reading a 1 minute versus a daily chart? Not really. To some things, yes, and some things, no. Like a 1 minute chart is going to be the shortest time frame. It's mostly meant for scalping. I mean, I like using a 1 minute. It's all really preference. I prefer to use 1 minute. It's what I'm actually good at, is using a 1 minute chart. But a lot of people use 5 minutes charts and stuff like that. But when you're looking at stocks long term, a lot of the time you're looking at big confirmed levels and extension. Like that's what you really want to look at when you're looking at a long-term chart. It's just extension levels and confirmations, like how many times the stock goes to the same level and holds it as support or resistance, right? And when you look for that, it can be a really profitable way to approach different strategies. But for me, with a 1 minute chart, I'm mostly scalping, and so I'm looking for short-term confirmation and short-term extension, and I'm trying to scalp using the previous closing price or, you know, nice breaks of confirmed levels like that. That level was confirmed before it broke. And then I'm jumping in for 10 or 15 cents and I'm getting out quickly. That's all I'm really doing. And it works really well. It's a very accurate way of trading. And so it just depends on your style in the market.
All right, guys, just covered another 75. Now I'm up about 124. And I'm just going to let the rest of these 25 shares completely go, break even. And what does this give me? Is it gives me an ability to go ahead and if space just fades for the rest of the day completely, we'll probably get another $50 out of this. So let's go ahead and just let it go and see what happens.
Yeah, good trade, bro.
Yep. Yeah, when you think about it there, we're taking 50 cents off 100 shares there. So that's not bad at all.
Yeah, aren't we all, Brian? Brian says, glad to get up today, as in wake up, sir. Amen. Yes, sir. Happy to be alive, man. Happy to be alive, bro.
Exactly. Another day to able to trade, able to do what I want to do versus what everyone wants to tell me to do.
Yep, exactly, man. I'm loving life, man. I really do. I'm happy with my life. You know.
Yeah, there's too many people out there that struggle in what I call the system. They don't like working in an everyday job, normal bosses telling you what to do. Well, that's all fine. I've learned in my life that's all fine. You know, it just took the advice like my dad told me, and he ended up telling me is that you can't fight the system. All you can do is learn how to work within the system and really find what suits best for you. Right. What are you looking for in life, you know?
What makes you happy.
Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, that's why we do what we do. And that's why we're here every single day with you guys, working our experiences out and showing you guys our trading, win or losing, because at the end of the day, what we show you guys is the experience of the everyday trader, not the guru that makes $1 million on one trade, right, but the one that trades every single day and tries to make some good gains.
Yeah, it's, you know, I'm super happy with, you know, life in general. I do want people to understand though that it's like this is not something that's gonna happen right away, man. Like how long you been trading, Mitch?
So 4.5 years now.
Yeah. I've been trading for about 3, you know, so it's not something that happens immediately. It's just not. And I think a lot of people get involved in this game like my man Mike with MMA with Friends. I always try to tell people the truth, which is that, like, look, if you want to get involved in day trading, I'm not trying to be discouraging or tell you not to do it, because if you want to do it and you have the means to do it, go ahead and do it. I'm for it. But what I do try to tell people is, like, the reasonable expectations you need to have for this, right? Which is that you're probably going to lose for years. You're going to lose money for years doing it. And so if you don't have that mental capital to do that, don't do it. You know, but if you have the funds and you understand, just like a good analogy is like coding, right? When you start programming and learning to code, you don't learn to code within the first 3 months. I mean, you kind of can, but like not in any reasonable way. You're gonna be doo-doo at coding in the first 3 months, right? And it takes years, and you're probably gonna spend money on courses and classes and all that stuff. But once you have that skill, that'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life, right? You'll have that skill. You'll be able to make money with that skill for the rest of your life, right? But it takes years, and it's not something that happens immediately. And the same thing goes for trading. It takes years. You're gonna lose money. You're gonna dump a bunch of money into it, and you need to be ready for that, you know.
All right, guys, might take my next trade here and it'd be an EMPH short. I'm going to start this one also with 50 shares just to keep the risk minimal. Here, we're going to try to get short here in the 80s. If we can get the 80s, it would look nice because we could risk right off that 40. All right, it's looking like we're not going to be able to get a chance into the 80s. I'm going to take the 70s. I took 50 shares there at 70, guys.
Hey, I appreciate the sub, Gomez. Welcome in. I appreciate the love, bro. Welcome to the team, dude.
Risk right now is 40, guys. Give me 30-cent risk there, 50 shares. Very small position to start. The real key is I think this one could break down more than $1. So if this one breaks down more than $1, then that's more than the potential there for us to get a nice gain there. Really would like to see this one hold the 90s.
You mean no Lamborghinis 30 days after trading? Not unless you buy my trading course, you know. Just kidding. Hey, no stress, Brian. Happy to help, bro. Yeah, like I said, we're just a free resource and community for traders. Like, we get, you know, some people hate on us, but like, we're just a free resource. So like, we're just I try to teach people the real stuff, like the stuff that I wish I would have known when I first got started. You know, like that's what I try to tell people, because that's what they need to hear.
There's always what I call there's the truths, and then there's like the true knowledge. What we try to do is break down through the barriers of just the fluff that's in this investment world and tell you how it is, you know, give you the actual true knowledge. It's not easy. There's money to be made here, but you got to know how you're going to trade. There has to be a process. There has to be a system to the madness.
Right. For sure. 100%. The system's everything. You know, you have to have a system. You have to understand where your risk is, where your reward is, what you're planning on doing. Like that, you have to understand the back-tested accuracy rate. You have to understand how well it works. And, you know, you have to do all of that stuff together, which is extremely difficult, you know. You got to condition yourself. Sorry, go ahead.
No, it's exactly what it is. It's a battle of conditioning.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this is a battle against the computers.
Yeah, for sure. Especially now with U.S. brokers having free commissions and stuff. I'm looking at AMD. AMD's a little bit sideways. I appreciate the sub, Opaz. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning. We're not experts here. We're not gurus. We just teach people what works for us. And we're just a free resource and community for new traders. So if you want to show support for what we do here, hit that like button right now. We have 300 and let me see how many people we got in here. We got 360 people in here roughly. So if you appreciate what we do here, hit that subscribe button. Shout out to my man Brian with the becoming a member in our beginner trading family, man. I really appreciate it, Brian. Shout out to my man Brian for becoming a channel member. Like I said, we're just a free resource and community, guys. But if you want to help support us, you can become a member. We have some like behind the scenes access to stuff. You get these coveted, and like I said, dare I say, coveted emojis. John, Mitch, and my wife Carol has one. Look at these beautiful things here right now, man. But I appreciate that, Brian. Welcome, man. Thank you for becoming a member, bro.
Trying to add here, guys. Trying to add short here. Man, Rad destroyed today. VIX shooting, man. Shooting.
Yeah, man. SPY broke
My alerts are going off. My daily alerts on the VIX are like, yo, don't forget about me.
Yeah,
you know, I think the VIX is something that you can look on the weekly, and it's a good lesson. You long traders, like people that have big portfolios, you need to have some kind of exposure in the VIX. I think long-term options are the best ones, but right now they're too expensive, so it might be better just to buy the stock. But definitely, it gives you potential if this market does tank from here to get the VIX back to 60. You know, I think the VIX could get back up there to 60, maybe not 80, but I definitely think 60 is in play.
All right, there's the market crashing. I'm in with 200 shares of AMD just now, looking for the VWAP to reject here in that previous low that I actually shorted into last time to reject. I think it's going to depend on what the market does here, but I'm in with 200 shares, very small, and up a ton on the day. So regardless of what happens, I'll be all right. I'm going to get out there. Just too much squeeze-ish. It's too squeezy. I'm out, but still up 333 bucks on the day, so. First loss of the day, though. Got that new badge, yes sir, man. You got those coveted emojis, man. Go to your emoji section, you know.
There you go, guys. Space fading off the VWAP one more time. And bounce up to 20s, and I'll add in space. All right, guys. Looking to add here in EMPH here at 70s, 75s.
Yeah, glad I got out of AMD. Look at that squeeze, man. I think, well, let's watch to see if the market gets rejected at this 276 level that it formed that low on before. So, like, if we get a rejection here, I could kind of see that happening.
I'm in order to add on EMPH at 75s, guys.
What you don't do is you don't spam the chat, bro. I'm going to put you in timeout because you don't spam the chat, bro. Number one, I'm not a fundamental investor, and so I have no idea what you should do. I don't know whether you should hold forward, whether you should sell forward. Not a fundamental investor, okay? I'm a day trader. I get in and out in 30 seconds, man. I don't know whether you should hold forward for the next week or so. And don't spam the chat, dude. You know? Like, listen.
I wouldn't buy car companies.
Yeah, I mean, listen. It depends on how much you're comfortable with losing. If you think it's going to go up in the next week, then you can hold it. If you think it's going to go down in the next week and you're not comfortable for whatever losses you might take, then sell it. I don't know, man. Don't spam the chat, though, dude. John, can you explain your strategy briefly? Yeah. So the strategy I took here with AMD, again, this is the breakdown I got, right? So what I'm essentially doing, and it doesn't matter whether the stock can be in an upward trend, it could be in a downward trend, but what I want to see here is I want to see a low formed underneath the VWAP. The low I'm actually shorting into is this low right here, right? And so I want it to form a low like this underneath the VWAP right here. And then once it's kind of moving and testing and it pulls and it's above the VWAP especially, and it looks really weak like this, like it moves all the way back below the VWAP like it did right here, then I'm just shorting into it once it breaks this low. Like on this breakdown right here underneath that low I documented earlier, I'm shorting into, I'm trying to take 10 or 15 cents, because when the stock gets rejected and comes all the way back below the VWAP and it breaks that low, it just looks really weak. You know, a lot of the time long traders are going to be selling their position, which is going to consequently going to drop the stock. And then a lot of the time, short traders like me are going to be jumping in on low breaks like this, which is also going to drop the stock. And so a lot of the time when this type of break happens right here, this is where I'm jumping in short, because a lot of the time we're going to get a squeeze down on this break right here, if that makes sense. And so I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I'm basically looking for a low to be formed underneath the VWAP and then looking for that low to just break underneath it. That's all I'm really doing with these type of trades. There we go. Sorry. There you go. I'll put Mitch back up.
All right, guys. Now I'm gonna set a stop at 85. It keeps working for me. So when you get to this level, it's like it's either gonna completely break down or completely reverse. So you don't want to fight the reverse, but you can give it a shot.
My girl got a Dyson fan for the bedroom, and I'm so tired I might not trade at all today. I'm missing all my signals. Yeah, dude, my wife bought one of those robot vacuums. I hate that thing, man. Me and him have problems, dude. That thing will never stop. He runs over everything. He sucks up Legos. He never stops. He turns on at odd hours, and just him and I have issues, man. You know.
There's space. Keep coming down. Let's cash in on that one later on. All right, guys. Might get stopped out right here, guys. I have a stop placed at 88, right above the resistance. If I get stopped out, that's fine. It'll be a very minimal loss. This is why it's important to put, I always like to put the stop. If I am using a stop, an actual physical stop, I need to put it 1 cent or a couple cents away from the resistance. Why? A lot of the times you're going to get wicked out.
Yeah, that's the VWAP fill. It determines the intraday trend of that stock. So like if it's above it, if the stock's maintaining above it, bullish upward trend. If the stock's maintaining below it, downward bearish trend. And if the stock crosses from above it to below it, it's indicating a trend change, a short-term intraday trend change.
Oh no, John. I got stopped out.
Hey, you're still up $120, bro. $122, man. You're good, bro. You got this.
Just gotta let the spacey space work. Spacey space had no good news. That's another reason why I wanted to short space, guys. If you look it up, there's no news on it. It's just pushing up for no reason.
Do you have a reason why you specifically traded AMD? As in, do you have alerts and scanners? I mostly, so the way I trade, guys, I mostly scout stocks that I know. And so you'll see me trade the same stocks every day. Like I'll trade AMD, MU, CGC, Disney, Lyft, Uber lately, Roku sometimes, SQ. And I mostly stick with the same stocks that I understand. And so with that, a lot of the time you'll see me trade microchip and cannabis stocks like MU. I traded yesterday, AMD. I traded today and yesterday. And so it just depends. I trade those stocks because I know them well, and a lot of the time I'm trading off of the SPY's volatility. And so like I'll look at the SPY, I'll see what the SPY's doing. If the SPY has like a big momentum move, like breaking a low of the day or breaking a high of the day, I can pairs trade AMD or MU that follow it to a certain amount on a short-term basis. So like they don't follow it exactly, but they usually react to what the market does. So like if the market breaks lows, I can jump in short for 10 or 15 cents and then just get out, trading off of the market, if that makes sense.
Starting to see big reversals here.
Mitch is in
the
space.
SPY bouncing. Wanted to see the next leg down here.
The red lines are just lines that I've documented, that I've drawn out. They're just support and resistance lines, mostly. Yeah, SPY's bouncing here. I think it might get rejected at that 277 previous low of the day, though, but we'll see. If I think it does, I might short into some of these other moves, but I'll wait.
Yeah, we keep holding this hourly low on space, which is 946. So I might just take the profit here, guys.
Hey, appreciate it, GG. Thank you, man. Welcome.
Yeah, it looks like we're trying to come back here. Hendrix, you trying to say hello?
I hate banning people. I gotta be the dictator of Discord, bro. We got Karaya trying to sell PS.
The Putin.
Yeah, I'm the Putin of our Discord, bro. We got Karaya trying to sell PSN accounts. I got a banner. I'm sorry. You don't read the rules, man. Get out of here. Nobody wants to buy your PSN account. I don't even know what a PSN account is, man. What is a PSN account? Somebody enlighten me. I thought it was PlayStation.
But I'm the market wizard, bro.
Yep. Time to sell our course, bro. You know.
Yeah, the market wizard. Yo, I got a stock for you guys. It's going absolutely crazy, guys. Mosey, MOSY, is already halted, I think 4 times. The classic penny stock, man.
Yeah, look at that thing, man.
Yo, this makes me crack up, guys. People trade these every day, and then they wonder why they lose.
Right. They trade these every day, and then they wonder why. They were like, I was doing so well. What happened to my account? It's because it's like you might make money a majority of the time, but the time you lose, you're going to be done, you know? And that's why that doesn't work. And that's why it's misleading, too.
This stock went today from 142 up to 450. Got up there to 460s. Oh, we're going to 5. Up. We're going to hold you right back down.
Nosedive, man. Nosedive, you know? Nothing like a nice little, 40% drop in the morning,
You know, one thing I did with anything that broke out like that was use a 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart will show you what's called an ultimate bottom on that chart. It's important. You got to know the ultimate bottom. If you don't know the ultimate bottom, what ends up happening is you buy the top and it goes based on a 15-minute chart, and it pulls back all the way to that 15-minute low. And that 15-minute low could be $1, $2, $3 below what you thought was the support.
Oh, what? Jonathan, you're saying we need merch? Well, hey, bro, I've got a surprise for you, dude. Say no more, bro. Say no more, man. Here you go. We actually have merch. If you want to buy our merch, check it out, guys. Honestly, look, go to your description, guys. Look at your description and then just scroll down. Just scroll down.
All right, guys. Looks like my girlfriend wants to say hi to the world.
What?
What? You guys are going to see? Come here. Come here. Come.
Do it. Do it.
I'm not wearing this.
Hi. Everybody say,
Sorry.
everybody tell Mitch's girlfriend, hey, say hi.
Hey,
There's
guys.
There's like a 30-second delay, so like in 30 seconds you'll see everybody like, hey, Don't worry, my wife comes on here, she feels super awkward,
It is super awkward. I want to head out now.
No, you're good. Look, my wife comes on here every day. Nice to meet you. Bye-bye.
Forced her.
Yeah.
I forced her on.
Hey, dude, I get it. My wife comes on here, feels super awkward every time. My wife wants everybody to talk to her, so she has like something to do, so she just doesn't just sit there,
Yep. Look at that EMPH. Good lesson in getting out.
Yeah.
Don't fight it, guys. Don't fight it.
Don't fight
You
the trend.
feel it, and the resistance is there. Don't fight it, because what usually happens when we break resistance and support, we go to the next one. The next one could be 20, 30, 40 cents from where you are. You don't want to go ahead and just push your risk, double the amount, because that really destroys your account.
Right. Large the screen. We can't. Yeah, 30-second delay always making it awkward. 100%, man. 100%. Because it's like they say hi and then you gotta wait 30 seconds. That's what I was trying to help her. I was like, they'll say hi in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
But it's cool, We should get my wife on here with your girl, and then they could just talk about Lululemon,
Might have to get them both to trade.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Right. Scary, Where are the coffee cups for sale? I gotta add those. I still got like a bunch of them. Liberty TripAdvisor, man. Oof. All right, market squeezing up here. What's gonna happen here, guys? AMD breaking highs. CGC.
I think we're gonna get a fade off the SPY, so look for this to come back up a little bit.
If a stock you're looking to short breaks your trend line you have drawn, do you look to go long on it or do you leave it alone? What do you mean? Oh, it depends. Oh,
I don't trade. One thing I would say, I don't necessarily trade off of trend lines. I use them to determine trend, and that's what they're for. They're not based to be traded off of. You can even trade it strictly off of it, but at the end of the day, you're trading price action when you trade that. I use them mainly to determine trend. Like this has been going on a downward trend in the 5-minute. 3 points will give you a trend. And you know, if this holds here, this 88, now I have a downward trend that I can hold towards that 88. And one of the key things is I'm just using it for confirmation on getting out of the trade, not in the trade. Because what happens is we get a lot of wicks through trend lines. And unless you see a close past a trend line, then it's not completely past it. And when the candle closes is when it holds it. If it just wicks, it can wick up here to the 20 and then come right back down to the 75, close at the 75, and all you see is a wick. So that's why it's important to kind of look for close of candles to show you that confirmation of breakout. When there's people that trade off of trend lines, they look for the breakout and then they look for the confirmation immediately afterwards.
Yeah, sorry, James. James never got his mug. My bad, bro. A lot of people didn't. Because I had contractors out here. That was when like my AC broke, and like I was half the time I was staying at my mother-in-law's, and so it was just stressful during that point. But I'll try to add the mugs. I can add mugs here if anybody wants to buy them.
Yeah, guys. What I would say is, if you guys are, one thing I would say, if you guys want specific merch to say something, then put it up. You know, let us know. We don't mind making designs. We can make more designs.
Yeah, yesterday some guy wanted a gray candlestick hoodie.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, and I made it live. I made it live on stream. And so, like, if you want some merch, you know, let us know. We can make that quick.
Jay with Watch the Dragon.
Yeah, I saw that. Tesla.
I like that one. That Tesla Dragon.
Yeah. Look at that symmetrical triangle. It just broke out on, man. Look at that thing.
I'm gonna try to create a dragon image for it.
Yeah. A dragon logo. You know?
Yeah, with like batteries in the eyes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're getting this space to keep holding here. I really want to see it close down below.
I know, James. I feel bad though, bro. I feel bad. Tiny got her mug, but it was like broken, and she like glued it back together and still uses it. You know. But hey, we'll get them out. I'll make mugs and then I'll give somebody like a big discount. So all you got to do is pay for like the. I have the mugs. I'm just not going to the post office. Sorry, guys. I'm not risking my life. You know. But
All right, guys. That's getting hit now. Space getting hit there a little bit more. Thinking about increasing the position here, but it really would put me down towards $20, and then I'd have to hold towards that 20. It's really not worth it to me because of the profit that I'll get from 50 shares. It's not much different from 25 shares. I would have to size up to 100 shares here. The only way to do that is to short the low of the day breakdown. But I'm not going to do that from here on. I'll just let it break down, guys. We'll just keep it at break even.
Somebody bought something from us. Sorry, guys.
There you go.
Let's see what they bought.
What's up, guys? How we doing out there? Not a bad day, guys. Not a bad day at all.
They bought a hoodie. Let's see which one it was.
All right, let's go find another stock to trade, guys. Let's do it.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to add the mugs onto the store.
Ooh, I know what I want. The Tech Dragon. I'm about to start calling this one the Tech Dragon. AMD doesn't want to look back.
Somebody bought the black hoodie with the candlesticks. That's one of my favorite ones too. How do I add to this, man? So maybe I go to start designing. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna mute myself while I do this because I talk to myself too much. You know, my daughter makes fun of me because I talk to myself. Although they have done studies that show that people who talk to themselves have a higher average IQ than others. So I'm not saying I'm a genius, but I'm certainly a genius. All right. What about a beginner trading towel or a pillow? There's a mug. All right, I got it.
You do the mouse pad. That one's not too bad.
Yeah, that one's cool.
I want to get a big one. You know how I have a big mouse pad right now, but it's like a gaming one. You know, like the big mouse pads, the ones that cover like your whole desk.
Yeah.
I like those because you don't have to worry about it. Oh, my mouse fell off the mouse pad.
Right. Right.
Let me move.
Right, exactly.
And so I might make one of those. Let's see if we can find one of those, like huge one.
What if I just put like my big face on a mug?
You guys want certain strategies also put on shirts or hats or something like that? Let us know.
Right, for sure.
You know, you might trade something that we don't, but we don't mind making it for you guys. You know,
Right.
We're a family here. We all want to look together, look the part.
Yeah, those original mugs I had the VWAP fade on them, and then it just said VWAP fade. It was pretty cool. Let's see if I can put this mug on right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Whoever subbed. Thank you, guys. Appreciate the love, team. Eric, Stock, good vibes. Appreciate the love, team. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I gotta go find the picture. Let me look for the logo.
Man, everything kind of slowed down there.
Yeah. All right.
There you go, Cody. Welcome to the fam. The TradeNet fam.
Yeah, welcome, man. All right. So I added this mug. I think it's pretty cool. There we go. If you want mugs, guys, we got them. Now, check it out. I added it real quick.
That's my boy Jay. Wants that VWAP bounce. I feel him, man. I feel him. I've been working on some of those VWAP fades and VWAP bounce designs. We'll get them out. At least those are our top strategies, so definitely we'll get them out, guys.
Yeah, check out our mug. It's pretty cool. Check it out.
Yeah, Steve bringing it up in the chat. Cody, did you try the paper platform? Did you try the demo account first? You know, we recommend that also, just so you can get used to tests. You know, it's definitely a great way to start practicing on the platform, getting used to the executions, how everything works. And I've even You know, if for any reason you need a little bit more time, talk to TradeNet. They're more than willing to help out. You know, I can't guarantee you that they'll extend your demo account, but you know, they might give you another week if you talk to them. You know, at the end of the day, I've always found that TradeNet helps a lot of traders on if you want to work your kind of risk management with them. They definitely work that out with you.
Right, for sure. I just shorted into 200 shares of MU. I'm going to add another 200 shares if we get a firm little breakdown here. It just depends on where it goes. I think I got in a little bit late here for it. But the reason I got in, just to show you guys really quick, is because the SPY broke under a major support level right here. And so as long as it maintains under that, I should make some money here with this one. I'm going to take half off there, and then I'm going to hold the last little 100 shares to see if we get a much larger breakdown for MU here. I don't mind adding right back to it if we get a bounce to like 45.60 as well. So I'm keeping it about break even so far, but I don't mind adding back in with like 200 shares if we get that breakdown. I think I took profits slightly too late, just slightly. There's 39s. I'm just gonna hold this.
There you go, Cody. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if we hold this through 45.20 is what I'm gonna look to do. And again, I don't mind adding back up here, anticipating a rejection. Nice. SPY rebounding. Still waiting. I'll probably get out over like 45.50 maybe. There's 40s. You know, I'm gonna add another 100 shares here, and then try to ride this one down a little bit more, just because I missed my first profit target. And I can really anticipate that we're going to get rejected at the $0.50 45.
All right, guys. I don't know if you guys are out there trading that penny stock Mosey, but this is a clear example on why I like using the 15-minute support. Is that this stock went up in 15 minutes? It went from 222 up there to 450. And then what did it do, guys? That's the support of the 15-minute candle. And then from 450, it went down all the way down, right back down to 222 and found the bottom. There's a reason why that happens, guys. It's extensions and extremes. Those extremes, 1 minute traders get caught up in. You know, traders that have a bigger time frame can be a little smarter, a little wiser, see the levels a little bit further, and base their bottoms on longer term.
Yeah, about break even in it so far. We're getting a bounce here. I'm anticipating that we get a rejection at the $0.50, and I'll just get out if we don't.
I'll be right back, guys.
Alright, so we're battling the $0.50. Like I said, I mean, I'm up enough on the day where this one doesn't really bother me, but I'll let it test the $0.50, anticipating a possible rejection, and then if it squeezes up like that, I'm just going to jump out. I am up $314 on the day. SPY got a big squeeze up, which is what ended up happening, but that's alright. Been kind of chopping back and forth, but still green on the day. Once I made that big win, I'm just kind of taking it safe here. Really, I'm looking at the SPY, which is doing this. I anticipated that the SPY would get rejected at 277, and we just didn't get it. But look at this squeeze on the SPY. Probably one of the biggest green candles we've had all day just now. It is the largest green candle we've had all day. So, squeezed out. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. We'll see if the market starts to change trends, and if it does, we might start attacking longs on the upside. I have a question. Can you try the paper platform before you buy a real account? I would ask them, Steve. I know that, like, I know they give you a paper account at first. I know they give you a paper account at first, and I think you can get a refund all the way up to when you make your first trade on the funded account, but I would ask them and reach out to them first. You can, what you can do, I got you. What you can do is you can try the challenge, which is, you get, the way the challenge works, guys, let me find the link for that. But the way the challenge works is that they give you a free demo account to trade with for a week, right? So the challenge they give you, I think it's a $10,000 buying power paper trading demo account for a week, and if you can make over $500 net while following the rest of their rules, and there are a bunch of rules and it's an extremely tough challenge, but if you can do all of that stuff and make 500 net while following their rules, I think it's like you have to trade at least 3 out of the 5 days. You have to, your max daily loss is $100, so you can't lose over $100 on any specific day, and I think your max total loss is $300, so you can't lose over $300 total during that 5-day period. But if you can make $500 net during that time, you win a free intro package. But it's a good way to paper trade and get used to the platform as well. So let me find the challenge link. Yeah, here's the challenge link if you want to check it out, guys. Again, it's completely free. At the very least, you're going to get a demo account to trade with, you know, for a week. And so, yeah, there's the link if you want to check that out. Hey, nice, Shane. Hey, well, good luck, bro. You got this, man. Yes, market's squeezing up big. Alright, so yeah, everything squeezing up big. I don't really see anything else that I want to trade right now, just because the market's up big. Hey, no stress, James. Hey, good to hear, man. Congrats. My baby. AMD's my baby, man. I trade that thing every day. And the reason I call it that is because, again, one of the reasons I like trading mid and high cap stocks more than penny stocks is because I can trade them every day and I can learn how they move. And so then I can scalp 10 or 15 cents off the top very easily from that. And it's just a really easy way to trade because you understand and know the stock. You watch it every day. You understand how sketchy it or not sketchy it can move. And you can, you know, trade based off of that understanding. And, you know, it's a much easier way to trade. I don't know, man. What if you lost the intro package before? Can you try the challenge to get back in? I don't know, Joe. You want to ask them, man. I've never done the challenge, actually, because by the time I had paid for a package, I had never done it. I don't know if they have a rule that says you can't, but I have no idea. I've never done it. Or I've never done the challenge, you know. Alright, so market's squeezing right around the VWAP. Not squeezing, but it's testing the VWAP level. We'll see what we get here. Hey, happy to hear, James. It just takes a little bit of time, bro. Eventually, it just kind of clicks, and you start to just do well and do well and do well. And a lot of the time, that transitionary period can get discouraging. And so it's good to hear that you know you're finding your way, man. Nice work, brother. Not really, Joseph. Not really. Mostly just technicals. Like, I'll look at catalysts, and I trade other stocks, don't get me wrong, but, like, a lot of the time I trade the same stocks every day. It just depends, man. It really depends on how volatile they are, and the reason I trade AMD, MU, CGC is because they're consistently volatile. Like, they move a ton, they have big ranges, a lot of liquidity, tight spreads, and it allows me to really attack them consistently and easily. Just because, again, they just move well, and they move very favorable to the strategies I trade.
Hey James, just wanted to talk to one of our OGs traders out there working hard. James has been working hard, guys, for I think close to a year now. And what I really like is trusting that process. One of the things is when you start seeing the consistency, you can really start having faith in your process and your system, and that's so vital. I can't stress it enough, guys. You have to have faith in your system, that you've built it up, that you've seen it work, and this way you don't have that hesitation. You don't have kind of the worrying or kind of that fearfulness. Just keep trading, guys. Keep to that system. If you've seen it work time in and time out, even when it's not working, that just means lower down the risk, tighten up a little bit, and keep trading it. You're going to see the wave come right back. This is important. There's waves to trading, guys. Sometimes we have a really good wave. We're winning. And then sometimes we go into a bad wave, but we're losing. And what we need to do is stick to the same process, because if you change the process, that's when you're going to start seeing those inconsistent results.
Right, exactly.
If you've seen your strategy work and it's worked time in and time out, keep working it. When it's not working, limit the downside. That's all you need to do.
Right, for sure.
Would you recommend trading cheaper stocks when having a small account? I would personally say no. Personally, yeah, you can get more shares, but that just means more risk. I have the small account with TradeNet, which is the intro, and you guys are seeing me here trade stocks that are in the 30s, the 20s. Those are the ones that I do the best, really, with this kind of purchasing power, which is the mid caps. But it doesn't mean that you have to go for a $3 stock if you have a small account, and that's what's important.
Right, exactly.
Too many traders get caught up in that penny game thing where, hey, if I only have $1,000, I can only trade a stock that's $1. That's not real. There's no truth to that. You just have to get bigger ranges. With these bigger stocks, you get $2 swings. Even with 10 shares, you can make good money on a big price stock.
Right. A lot of traders just try to trade too big at the beginning, right? And it really boils down to what's marketed to them. Like, a lot of the times, new traders, like, you Google day trading, what do you get? You get Lamborghinis, prop money, my millionaire students, which is just nonsense, man. And you get it, and so you think, oh, okay, like, I can, this is something that can change my life, and I can just make thousands of dollars really quickly doing it, and it's all nonsense. Like, you can trade and you can make money, but it takes years, and you're going to lose money for years. And so it takes a little while to understand that dynamic, but a lot of traders end up just trading way too big for new traders. Like, they take thousands of shares when they really don't need to. You should be buying what, Mitch? Like 100 shares, 50 shares, 10 shares, one share.
Honestly, I like the one share idea if you're brand new to trading. But let's say you're not brand new. You have a little game. You've done this before. 10 shares, 50 shares. I've honestly found that 50 shares can even make you money. So if 50 shares can make you money, there might be a sweet middle spot in between there where you're not risking, but you're still learning. And that's what I think we're really pointing out to, is how can you still learn how to trade, yet not risk so much?
Right. I'm looking at shorting MU here. I'm going to wait for the market to break down underneath the VWAP though, but I'm watching for that one.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that, JF. You can't really think of calling high price stocks as expensive, because it's really not. It's just a different pricing, and it has different ranges that can bring you money regardless of you thinking that you need 100,000 shares.
Ugh, that thing stinks.
Just eggs and spinach. Are you muted?
No.
All right, guys. So you guys see on my screen, you guys see that. I don't think I'm up right now, but you guys can see space cracking that low, guys. 1940s getting cracked there, and what ended up happening was the 5-minute downtrend kept holding. We talked about the downtrend holding. The candle closed, went to the wick, closed, and now we're down there to the 1920s, almost up $1 on the trade. Yep, there you go. We're up more than $1 now on the trade.
Carol's here, guys.
Next stop here is going to be down towards a lower stop here. Let's see the 15-minute chart.
Everybody tell Carol she needs to come trade. You know, one day you should.
1905, 1905's next stop for me.
Yeah, Carol finds it stressful to trade.
It is. Do you ever use that garlic warmer that I got you for Christmas?
Garlic
Or, I mean,
warmer? What's a garlic warmer? That sounds like a horrible
Coffee.
idea.
I'm thinking garlic because
No, honestly, I need a plug, man. I'm out of plugs. I got 3 monitors. I got too many plugs. I like it right now. My coffee's cold.
Yeah, that's why I got it for you.
I'm not gonna mess with it because it might like disconnect my computer.
You should plug it in so that you can have it. I'm a little worried about you leaving it on.
Yeah, that's a plausible worry, you know, or a reasonable worry, I think.
Yeah.
You know? I'm gonna short into to MU here with 200 shares. See, the market's pushing and squeezing underneath the VWAP now, and so that looks pretty weak. We'll see if we can hit a short here with 200 shares, very small position.
All right, guys, I'm setting a new stop at 9:55s. New stop at 9:55s. I'm trying to maximize and get down below 19 if we can.
We'll see if the market bounces back up here. It looks like it actually might, but if we get a squeeze below the VWAP, it looks better here. I'm keeping it very small since I've already made most of my money for the day. I'm up like $308. Maybe we're getting a squeeze. Market just bounced back. That's what caught me here. I'm gonna get out there. I just didn't like it. Market bounced back. I'm gonna take my $10 loss and you know, finish that. Carol versus Tesla again, baby. You gonna take Tesla again? You gonna trade Tesla again? Where's our lunch?
All right, guys. Want this to hold 1950s now.
But yeah, I'm out of mine.
Anything above 1950s, probably just gonna get out of the trade.
But yeah, I've had bad
Come
luck
back
the
on
last.
potential reward.
I've had bad luck the last two trades or so.
RCL looks like a fade, guys. That one looks good. CCL moving with it. Carnival and Royal Caribbean looking like fades. All right, guys. Let's see if this one starts breaking down here. See what happens here. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take a second as we see this stock try to hold these 1950s. Anything above that 1950s, I'll take it off. But of course, guys, if you guys want to go ahead and check out a high quality platform that we use every single day, really it's funded account programs. It lets you trade as much as you want. Anything that's tradable, you can actually short. And that's what I really like about the platform. You have cheap commissions, you're an ability to short, you can access the chat room.
Sorry, guys, my kids are making noise. I'm gonna mute
Big man.
myself. You broke up the last 5 seconds, I think, Mitch. I'm gonna mute myself real quick because my kids are making noise.
Like always, guys, at the end of the day, what I really like about TradeNet is the ability to short and your ability to trade anything that you want. Anything that's tradable on TradeNet, you can go ahead and go long on or go short. This definitely helps out the trader in not worrying about borrows and locates. You know, when we're first learning how to short, we need to learn to just be able to short and not worry about how much it's going to cost us. Eventually, we can work out that progress. But what you really want is cheap commissions. You want an ability to get outside of the PDT rule, and that's definitely what TradeNet gives you. It gives you access to a chat room. You get a legit trading course, so definitely check it out, guys. It's definitely beneficial and can give you an ability, especially if you're brand new to trading. You can start trading these accounts with buying power as much as 14,000 for the smallest one. This is all for less than $400 that you're actually risking. So definitely, it's one of the best risk and reward benefits brokers out there. So check it out, guys. It's a really funded account package that can help you out, get your skills to that next level.
Yeah, it's just a cheap way to get started too. You're risking less. You're risking like $375. The sale today's the last day of the sale too, so for the rest of the day you can get it for $375. After that, I think it goes back up to either $400 or $500. But it's just a really cheap way. 14,000 in buying power once you're approved. No PDT rule shorting ability. It comes with a course, demo account, access to a chat room. I think that's a really cheap bundle for a new trader to get started, where you're not risking much and you can learn the trade. And I think that's where it really shines. But there's the link in the chat. Yeah, we have commissions, but they're like $150 per trade depending on the sizing. You know, like my commissions with 200 shares is like $1.50 in and $1.50 out, so like $3-4 total after fees. So very cheap. And there's no PDT rule. I could day trade as much as I want.
All right, guys, we're starting to see the RSI tick up. The MACD's getting closer. We might have to get out this trade. There you go, up past 55s. Anything that closes up here, we're just gonna get out.
You got your crawfish mug. They say I use a different mug every day.
My Baton Rouge mug. I think this is actually your mug.
That's my mug.
I think I got it for you for Christmas.
Wow.
Or Santa got it.
Santa. The man.
All right, guys, not a bad win there. $141 on that trade on Space.
Hi, Lulu. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, Sim, the way they get around the PDT rule is technically it's an educational package, right? So it comes with a course, demo account, access to their chat room. And then they make you a contractor for them, and they allow you to trade their account, right? And so it's like the 375 account has 14K in buying power. Like mine's a pro, so mine was like $8,000, and I have like a ton of buying power. And so it varies depending on the package, but that's how they get around the PDT rule.
There you go, John. There's the fade that I called out on RCL. Let's see if it happens on CCL.
Killing it, man. Nice work, bro.
Today, I think what's happening also is that with the drop of the market, we're getting the fades back.
Right.
And that's just normal. You know, with the high resistance, that's when fades hold.
Yeah. You gotta come trade with us one day, man.
I'll stop by. Like this.
Yeah. Tell Carol to come trade with us. Not like just stop by for 15 minutes, but like to come one morning to come trade the open with us. Last time you traded Tesla, you know.
Yeah.
I'm trying to convince Crystal to trade. Might have to have a all girls taking over.
Do the
day.
kid stuff.
Yeah, Mitch is trying to convince his girl to trade, and then we can just do an all.
Only girl stream.
A girl stream. Yeah. Whoa! Look at that. Hey, Jackie. Whoa, what is that, man?
It's a bad guy in jail.
It's a bad guy in jail.
It's a Lego.
It's a Lego bad guy. Is he fighting superheroes?
Actually, yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
He's waiting.
Sorry. We got the whole family here now.
Maddie's coming over.
Yeah.
Maddie's
Yeah, she can step on for a second.
gonna stick no string.
Say hey to Maddie. And she's gone. She's shy. It's alright. You have to split their money, and so there's a 70-30 profit split. So like the profit split gets better with the bigger packages, right? So like the base package is $375. You get a 70 you get a 70-30 profit split. So like if you make $1,000 net, they're going to keep 30% of that. So they're going to keep 300. And then there's a $700 max loss. And so you're not depositing money, you're paying for a package, and then they're contracting for you. But yeah, there's a $700 max loss. And so if you take the base package for $375 and you lose 700 or more, if you go under 13,300, they close your account down. And as you get bigger in packages, the max loss gets bigger and the profit split gets better. But it's like a prop firm is the best way I can describe it. Look, Jonathan says, Kira, I'll day trade Lululemon if you join for the day.
Maybe one of these days. I got to do the homeschooling thing right now.
Yeah, she's like being a teacher.
I don't know if any of y'all's wives or anyone else is having to homeschool their kids, but
yeah, I had to help her this morning because she's been like having stomach issues, and so like.
Well, I've been on an antibiotic.
She's been on.
It's kind of been making me nauseous.
Yeah, so I had to get up and do everything this morning, but she's doing the mom thing, teacher thing, you know. Hey, see you, Buzz.
I
Later,
love my
bro.
kids, but this is tough.
Stressful, you know. First world problems. Alright.
I might stop back by in a second. I got another frittata in the microwave.
Oh man, don't bring that thing over here. That thing smells terrible, man.
It's good and it's healthy.
I get it. I believe it's healthy. Usually the stuff that smells the worst is the healthiest, like garlic, you know. But
oh yeah, I started my own garden.
she's turning into a gardener. We're at home in quarantine, and so we're finding stuff to do.
Yeah, I got garlic that I'm about to plant and some red onions, and then I got some garden peas and carrots and tomatoes and watermelon, and I think I have some zucchini.
Yeah.
And some, did I say cucumbers? And strawberries.
Yeah. I'm in the top 1,000 in the world in Madden Online. No, so that includes everything. That 375 includes everything, Sim. So like, that's all you pay, and I think you have a year. Like you have 1 year to like make a certain amount of money in the account. So I think you have a year to do it. And like it's not the perfect platform. Like there are commissions because I mean it's a no PDT platform, and then there's also love you, baby, thank you. There are commissions, and then there's mostly no penny stocks. Like there's some, but they're very rare, and so it's mostly meant for mid and high cap stocks. All right, market's squeezing up again here. I might long into some of these now if I can catch them. It just depends on what we're gonna get here. Yo, Mitch, you there, bro? Oh, yo.
Back.
Okay, I might run to the restroom, bro, so I'm gonna throw you up.
Go ahead, bro. All right, right now, guys, I'm looking for reversal in urban. The big thing would be 710. 710 could get that reversal to start. I'm waiting for it to get up there so that I could have 1, 2, 3, 4 complete 15-minute candles on the upside, and I can look for a reversal back down towards the VWAP and below. All right, traders, what's going on, guys? Gary. I think you guys, we talk about the intro package because, of course, it's the cheapest one. But the student one, I think, is really where you could see your success come from. That's the one that I would think that you can make your money on. You can make hundreds of dollars a day on that student account. I think you could even make $1,000 a day on that student account. You have enough buying power. With the student account, you get all the way up to 80,000 in buying power. You can trade anything. The real key is you're now able to swing stronger, bigger on stocks, and you're able to get around the downswing of trading. I think when you have the student account, you can start small. If you take a couple down hits, you'll be able to swing right back up. Hendrick showing up in the camera there, but that's what's really important there. I think you really got to look for that. But the student account, definitely, that's where I think the biggest gains can be made out of. The pro account. I think it's really great to have the pro account, but it's expensive. I can be honest, it's expensive. So the student account, I think, is necessary, where you can take that next step if you feel that you've gotten that real consistency to really start getting those gains, taking bigger swings, and making that big money. Yeah, Peloton, guys. Peloton. Ebro. I've been talking about Peloton. Yeah, Slack isn't the worst one. It's only stocks, but if you want to trade options, you could do like Webull or something like that. We got a high there, 1709. I'm waiting on the 15-minute for this to really start turning back down. We got about 7 minutes left for the 15-minute candle to close there.
All right, I'm back. Yeah, it's mostly not meant for low float stocks, Michael. Most low float penny stocks are not going to be tradable. And so it's mostly meant for mid and high cap stocks with medium to high floats. There's some low floaters, like NVAX is tradable. Like there's a few other ones. Usually if it has really good volume, they'll add it regardless of the float, but it might take a few days or weeks for them to add it. And so it really just depends, man. I mean, it depends on the average liquidity has to be over 500,000 shares on average per day over a 6-month period for them to add it. So like low float penny stocks usually are not tradable.
Just try it.
I'm fasting until noon every day, so I gotta wait.
These are healthy though, and the kids like them.
I know, well maybe I'll eat it
Man,
afterwards.
this Peloton on the ride, man. We've been talking about this one, but heading now to 38. Definitely a rocket.
Market ripping up here. If the market breaks highs, I might long some of these. So yeah, here's if you want to use the same scanners that we're using, I'll post this link as well. We had a few people asking. So these middle scanners or the side scanners that we have are trade ideas. Really legit scanners, super customizable, let you do a lot of different stuff with them and allow you to really figure out what's moving in the market. Really good for scalping too. And you can use our promo code BT15 and get 15% off. In my opinion, they're the best scanners in the game. And you can customize them. They have a lot of preset scans like penny stocks. Like you could look at this and just see all the different like options they have for trade ideas, right? So like I can click stuff like I can click pre-market and it populates like a whole like list of the pre-market movers like this, or I can click earnings and see the stocks that have the best earnings, or I can click alpha predator, so like short-term stocks, or I can click account builders, so small cheap stocks, I'm assuming. Yeah, or I can click stock surging, so a lot of volume coming in, or here, or I can click trade the gap and it shows me gapping stocks. And so there's a lot of presets that you can really take advantage of here with trade ideas as well. And again, you can use our promo code and get 15% off of trade ideas platform.
Here, just put it right there, 'cause I need to
Okay. So let me get the scans back up for you to see. But yeah, really cool scanners, really customizable scanners. There we go. And so yeah, I'll post that link. Again, you can use our promo code BT15, get 15% off. Why are you fasting till noon every day? Because I've been eating a lot of junk since the quarantine, and fasting is a way to kind of clear my system out if I eat junk.
It's just too early for me.
Yeah, I don't really like eating until about now, but I do get hungry from like now to noon.
Yeah, now is when it hits.
Yeah.
Right about now.
Right. Every
So
day.
I go get my Cliffy bars.
Yeah.
I love Cliff bars.
Nah, I'm not feeling those, man. I don't like those.
You don't like those?
I like fruit bars, you know.
Oh, there you go.
I'm gonna take one. My hair's gonna grease.
Like I said, SPY rips up here. I might take a little bit more.
Love you.
Love you. Hey, appreciate the sub, Garcia. Welcome, man. Appreciate it.
I'm liking this trade a little bit more now. Want it to bounce up one more time here. Let it find a bottom here at 95s. Come up to 1710s and fail one more time. Let's see if we get it.
So you can get up to 2 intro packages, Michael. So you can get 2 intro packages. After that, you have to move up to the student package. And I'm pretty sure you can get as many of those as you want. But with the base package for $375, I think you can only get 2 of them. And like, I drink coffee, but I drink my coffee just black, no milk or anything. Hey, I appreciate the sub, guys. Welcome.
Oof. That AMD though.
Yeah, that one's ripping
The
up
new
today.
dragon.
Yeah. It's ripping up big today, man. It looks good.
Dude. If you look at the hourly chart on AMD, it's ridiculous. It's been going up since April 6th. It's gone from $43 when it gapped up all the way up to 57 now, almost 60.
Look at the market pull down here. Market's battling that 278, 279 level, really.
About to close a 4th candle bullish there for AMD. Could pull back big after this.
Yeah,
Might
AMD is
take
just,
a 50 share position
Yeah.
here.
it just hasn't even looked back, man. I think it's just been
Yeah.
going crazy.
So it's what you call a rocket, for sure.
Super high up there in the range, too. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Felix. Welcome, bro. I appreciate that, man. MU looks good here.
Right, we're getting one of the, not pattern, I would call it a pattern, yeah. One of the patterns I see often is a stock do kind of these retracements on the 15 minutes. And that's what you're getting on the SPY, at least what I'm seeing right now. These
I'm in MU.
retracements of the 15 minute.
Oh, sorry, bro.
No, you're good.
Yeah, I just jumped in MU 200 cheers. Gonna let it work up here. See if we get a squeeze up with the SPY itself. If not, I'm gonna jump out pretty close to break even.
I think a big number to watch now for the rest of the day is going to be 279.50s.
Sorry. My wife started putting the vacuum out. I had to tell her no.
I had to vacuum like a little drawer or whatever.
Alright, nice squeeze up here. I'm going to take a half off and then hold the last little 100 shares on this little breakout. See, we got to move. Ideally, I'd like to see this one over 27, but it's not going to be a losing trade now. I'll hold the rest break even. Hey, I appreciate the sub. Whoever subbed. Mike Tyson. The truth.
The truth.
Alright, so market squeezing up should drag AMD up and be beneficial, but man, it's not. It's doing the opposite. Weird. Oh, it got rejected quick. That's what happened.
Yeah, quick rejection.
Let's get on back up there. And you. There we go. I'm not letting this work. I think if the market rips, this is going to rip up. There's the market ripping. And then there's MU ripping. That's good.
I'll be right back, guys. 2 seconds.
Kind of wish I would have added there, but that's in hindsight, I guess. Just trying. I'm going to hold this break even on the rest and get out and make a little, I don't know, a few bucks on it. Small. I don't mind trading it again if we get the opportunity to, with a few hundred shares. Like if I see the market hold strong. I think the market's going to hold over 279, and so I'm going to jump in with another 300 shares here because I think the market's going to hold over 279, and if it doesn't, if the market exits, I'm going to immediately exit this one as well. Try to be pretty strict with my profit taking here too. There's the market. This is what I thought would happen. Let's see if we get a nice move up where I can take profits, at least some here. There's 12s. Break even right now for MU. 13s, 12s, 13s. Come on, man. Just push up a little bit more. You know you want to. Market's falling. There we go. A nice quick surge with an immediate pullback. There's 14s. I'm going to take half off here. I'm just not comfortable with that risk. Alright, I only took 100 shares off. Oops. That's fine. I'll hold this.
Starting to see a triple top on the SPY. 5 minute.
$15s. Nice. I'm gonna take another half off there. Hold this last little 100 shares. See if the SPY breaks this high at 279. Might reject, like Mitch said, though.
Might head to 58. So. Big levels.
Yeah, we got a rejection there. I'm going to get out the rest here and just take my profit from that one because we did get a rejection there, like you said, so probably a wise thing to do to exit. Luckily, I'm scalping, so I'm just taking a few off the top, but we did get a big rejection here. Look at the SPY rejection, and there's the rejection on MU.
Just a triple top there. It could break out of that, but there's definitely a triple top there.
Right. Everybody, nobody listen to XXX. It's certainly a scam, and he's banned from today. Don't listen to anybody. Anybody that's trying to sell you picks, it's usually just a scam, man. You'll see him post all the time. You know, I'll tell you this: if he was as good as they say they are, they wouldn't need to come to like random trading streams and just spam their content. And so the reason they do that is they try to take advantage of like gullible new traders that don't know any better. And so with that, you're banned. Bye bye. Hey, I appreciate the sub, Blake. I was gonna say watch the sub be XXX. I appreciate the sub, Blake. Welcome, man. Appreciate the love, dude.
All right, now I'm seeing a double top on the 1 minute. Want to let this try to break out through the 70s here. It's getting closer. 58 really, I think, is where it's going to slow down. It's getting interesting. The VWAP is down to 56.50.
Hey, there's the SPY. I might long into MU again with the SPY's breakout here. We'll see if it holds. If it doesn't hold, I'm not. But if it pushes over 241, I'm in long on MU. Getting close. Rejection. Okay, we got to squeeze back down. So we're still waiting, but same level Mitch talked about is holding, which is why I got to wait for that breakout to actually happen. Yeah, there's a big squeeze down, so we're going to wait. We have merch, bro. Jonathan, I talked to you early, bro. Look, I got you, bro. We have merch.
All right, guys. Starter put on there. Starter put on. 50 shares only. Keep the shares minimal first. That's what I'm trying to do here.
Jonathan, go to that link, bro. I just posted it for you, dude. We have merch.
Right, it's looking good for us here. Starting to see the SPY hold. What I want to see is a 5-minute candle close and break down through the 278. 278.75s.
Yeah, I don't hate that level, Brent. I don't hate that level, man. If the SPY, the only way I'm going to get in before that level, though, is if the SPY rips up and breaks highs, too. That's the only way. Oh, no, you're good, bro. Like I said, go check it out, dude. We got merch, bro. We got it. You know, beautiful merch. All right, here's the market trying to squeeze up again. We just got so much resistance now above the market that I'm going to wait.
Yep. And for me, I'm squeezed right now, but that's why we keep it at 50 shares. 58's my risk right now. Just let it work.
I don't know, man. It just depends. MU up. It just depends, man. We need the SPY to break. I need that confirmation. I mean, maybe I'll jump in early, but I don't like the thought of getting rejected there. I think the SPY needs to be a lot more bullish for me to feel confident in the momentum. Thanks for letting me know it's a scam. I've been looking for more one-on-one so I can learn about trading. Listen, they're not all scams, but listen, man. You're going to get people that say, oh, I've got the best mentor ever. I've made $7,633.29.5 using Mr. Harry, trader. This guy is the best trader ever. He's never lost in his life, and he's selling his course. He's selling his mentorship. Kindly message me at this email address. You're going to see that constantly, man. It's all fake. It's all a scam. Some mentors are legit. I'm not hating on courses or mentors, but I'm hating on the people that spam them, because if they spam them, they're almost certainly fake, and they're just trying to use volume to wrap up naive traders in, right? And so they're not all fake, but here's a good way to understand it, right? You see a kid that looks like he's 15 trying to sell you a course about day trading, run away. That's the best way I could say it. Run away. But I get selling a course, and I'm for it. You know what I mean? Like, if you've mastered something and you have that skill, there's nothing wrong with making money from it. There's really not. The smart people have multiple sources of income. The problem is if you don't really know what you're talking about and you try to sell a course, All right, here's the squeeze. I'm gonna jump in long here on MU. I try to ride the squeeze up in the market. If we get a $0.50 break here, should get a nice little push for MU on a short-term basis, and if not, I'll get out. Market's trying. Market might reject here. Mitch might be catching this reversal. It just depends.
Yeah, the key is, you know, that low entry gave me an ability to stay right here and stay in the trade. I'm only risking right now $25.
Yeah, I'm risking pretty tight too. It just depends on if this follows through, which it doesn't look like it is. I can get out. About break even right now.
All right, now I want to see this candle close red on the 5-minute for the SPY. If this candle closes green above 279.50s, I'm out no matter what.
I'm going to get out here, take the $3 loss. The SPY's rejecting too much here. Now, I might miss it, but I don't like the SPY rejecting there. And it might squeeze back up, and I don't mind jumping back in if it does, but I just got out, kept it very tight. Sometimes that's the key to scalping anyway.
Gotta take care of the pets. Give me a second.
It's not that I don't like med stocks. It's just if they don't trend with the market, I prefer them less. But you probably make some good money trading them, you know. Market's trying really hard to push up, but it's just getting failed every time. It's getting rejected there. It's bouncing back and forth too much. I'm gonna wait for the actual break now. Yeah, we're live every day, Caleb. We're live every day, bro. And like I said, we're just a free resource and community for traders, and so we're just a way for new traders to learn for free. Somebody asked me what I feel about Ross. I mean, I don't hate Ross. I don't think Ross's strategies don't work. Would I pay for Ross's course? I don't know. You know, I think the strategies he teaches are real, and I think he's got a lot of good free content out there for traders to take advantage of. And so I can't say I dislike Ross, but everybody's a little bit different. So yeah, there's the rejection in the market. Mitch's trade should be doing well, I think. All right, so we're actually getting a rejection here. The market's falling down a little bit. We'll see what we get, but we're just getting rejected at those highs. I'm gonna wait. I'm up 323 bucks on the day.
All right, guys, I'm looking for this to bounce so I can add. Looking for a bounce at the 57.90 so I can add into this position here. If it washes from here, it washes and let it go. There you go. Nice pullback there. Let's look for a bounce here into the 80s. 80s or 90s. All right, I have order to add 75 at 57.90. Order to add 100 at 57.95.
Market not driving today. Yeah, it's just a little just like we've been the last few months, which is a big range days, but still sideways trends.
So what did we get? We got the 5-minute pattern or 15-minute pattern that I see often, which is, let me put it up on my screen right quick so you guys can see this pattern that I see common. On the 15-minute, if you look at it, what do we get? We got out the open, the green to red move, where it tries to break out through the resistance, and then it just washes down through the support, creates a new support down below, then comes all the way back, creating a trend line from that mark, this line right here, where it goes across and comes over and tries to break out through that high. Really can't. Wicks even past it, but then flips. And those flips I see often where you get this kind of down move, a move all the way up to the resistance where it crashed from, and then right back down. All right, guys, 5-minute crossing there. That looks good for us. 15 minutes starting to cross. That looks good for us. Now we can just be patient and look to see if we get our ads. You don't want to add down here because the first thing you can happen is a pop right back to 57.90, and then you're in full size with a risk. That's really not the way this trade works well. This trade works well when you do a small share size, then you're trying to add in better positioning so that by the time you get in full size, you should honestly hold break even if maybe a small risk. But the risk should never be
breaking up.
The key to this reversal trade, guys, is always keep it small first. Full size should never put you in big risk.
Right, for sure.
If you're in full size and you notice in a reversal that it's going completely against you, and you're now down 30-40 cents when you were only going to risk a fourth of the position with that 40 cents, that's when you're making the errors in judgment. You have to always try to stick to what you want to stay to. And if you're going to risk 40 cents with a fourth of a share, you should probably only risk maybe 10 cents by the time you get in full position.
Right.
That would actually negate that 1/4, and you're risking essentially the same. All you did was you just stacked it up. All right, guys, we might get filled a little bit more here at 90s. Let's see if we get filled up there.
I think right now we're kind of in limbo for MU. It's still down well on the day, but I think right now we're a little bit in limbo, waiting to see what the SPY does.
I would agree.
See ya, Steve. Hey, that's right, man. Hey, later, brother. Alright guys, well, it's almost 11 o'clock my time, so almost 12 o'clock market time.
Time to wrap it up.
Yeah. I'm making a little bit of money on MU here. I got 200 shares. Small trade. I'll put this up real quick and then I'll close it down. See if we get the weakness, but that's what we're waiting on. Market's squeezing up a little bit too fast on me. Just been in a little bit of limbo. I'm gonna get out there, keep it break even. So yeah, $320 day, great day. I'm gonna go ahead and close it down. But yeah, guys, if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link. Really cheap way to get started in trading. A lot of people ask us what the best platform is or how to get around the PDT rule and so forth and so on. And I think there's a few different options, and it really depends on what you want to trade. But if you want to get started for cheap and really just learn the market, I think the intro package on TradeNet is $375. Today's the last day it's on sale, and it's just a really cheap way to get to day trade with no PDT rule. You get a decent amount of buying power. Like the base package for $375 comes with a course and a demo account and access to their chat room. And then once you're approved for the funded account, that account is a $14,000 account with no PDT rule and shorting ability. And it's just a really cheap way to get started. To be fair, I think most traders will probably lose those accounts as well. Cheaper to lose an intro package than it is to save up thousands and deposit it into a conventional broker where you're going to get less buying power and you're going to be restricted by the PDT rule. And so I think it's just a really cheap way. It operates like a prop firm. And so, you know, there's a 70-30 split. There's a max loss of 700. So if you go under 13,300, they close you down. But again, it's just a really cheap way to get started. And it's something that I think new traders should really have reasonable expectations with. You're probably going to lose this account too, but it's a lot cheaper and it's not going to be as devastating when you lose these accounts. And so I'll post this link here if you want to check that out. If you want to check the link and check it out. I am up $321 too fast. So, you know, about break even. Or not break even, but haven't really done much in the last few minutes, but still up really nicely, well into you know, $300. Yeah, we have to keep we have to keep it a little bit of a delay because of trade ideas. But yeah, if y'all want to use trade ideas, like I said, I showed them earlier, really cool scanners, legit scanners. I'll post this link as well. Also, if you want to check out our merch, we do have our merch store up, and you can buy merch from us. I'll post this link here as well. Really cool merch we have here. Check them out. I'll throw this up here as well. And you can see all of our merch. We got hoodies, we have phone cases, we have shirts, we've got a mug. We've got a lot of dope stuff in here, guys, and it's a great way to help support our channel as well. I'll post this link if you want to check it out. And with that said, guys, have a good day. We'll see you guys next time. Be back tomorrow.
Later,
We'll be back
traders. Have a
tomorrow.
good one. Hit the like, hit the subscribe. We'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Later, team. Appreciate all the love today. Good luck in the markets, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
All right, buddy.